Assalamu alaikum everyone, greetings. So glad to see so many of you already. Damn, that's awesome. I'm really glad to see so many of you. Remember to let me know on Discord if you want to get the role, which lets you know whenever I go live. I don't usually add everyone. I'm doing it this time because I'm not gonna be here for a couple of weeks, so I figured that's good enough reason to do and add everyone. We're going to put on Himbo real quick in a moment. He's covering some interesting news. I also want to talk a little bit about some... I read an interesting article here today about the illegal war in Iran. Yeah, also hello everyone. Hello. I'm so glad to see all of you guys. I'm not sure if the liberal thing played here, which I need to fix that. Give me just a moment. I think it's because, yeah, I don't have sound alerts in here. Oopsie daisy. I'm very sorry about that. There we go. Now we should have it in the other thing. All right. But yeah, so I still have coughing. I went to the doctor today to get a blood sample taken and just getting checked for my coughing, and I will not find out anything for a while. It doesn't seem like there's anything majorly wrong with me, but I was told that if I get a fever, I need to call them immediately. So hopefully I don't get a fever in the 2 weeks I'm not gonna be in Denmark, because I feel like that's gonna be an issue. I'm sure they have competent doctors in Zimbabwe, but I still would prefer not to be in the hospital, if you get what I mean. Anyways, I've also added first, second, and... first was already there. I've now added a second and a third. So for people who want to claim second and third, you can do so. I need to find out a way to ensure that you can only claim one of them. Did you claim third? Oh wait, because Hernandez already redeemed second. Okay, I see. I was like, why did you claim the third before the second? Could be allergies. I used also without knowing mine since I was grass. No, I don't think so. In that case, I would have had this before. I think, unless I just spontaneously generate new allergy. It's been here for 1.5 months now. The doctor thinks that I've just been unlucky, being sick, and then while recovering from being sick, I just got another sickness or whatever. Hey, don't be greedy. Don't take all three. Leave some for the others. I do, however, want to try and figure out a way to limit it. So if you take one of them, you can't take the other ones. But I don't know if you can even do that. So yeah. Also, apparently I need to mark these as complete. I don't know what that's about. I need to mark your things complete. Maybe I need to enable a setting that's skip reward request queue. Your request was skipped. Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to enable that so I don't get a request thingy. La la la. Women smuggling, fentanyl deaths. Nice. Wait, was that one of you guys enabled? Okay, I'm watching Himbo, so, sorry. I need to do this transition real quick. There we go. Already have Himbo up, so we'll just move directly to that shit. He literally just played the liberal thing, and that confused the shit out of me. I thought we had played it. Okay, let's go. Gold icon. Gold color, specifically, is what I'm looking for. To make the first one gold color. Thank you for the raid, Stout Keg. Thank you. Everyone, be sure to follow Stout Keg. That's awesome. Stout Keg is a very cool person, despite being German. They're a chatter in LB's stream. Welcome, raiders. Welcome. We're gonna watch the Himbo. I'm currently still doing introductory stuff. I'm currently just setting up some thingies, some channel point rewards. Currently setting up the gold one, and after that, we're going to find a game to play and then just watch him on the side. Easy peasy.
future of centrist liberalism in the Democratic Party.
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you doing, Sidekick? How was your stream? What do you do?
They know it fucking sucks. Okay? They understand it fucking sucks. My job is to lead them in the appropriate direction. My job is to explain to them that their anger and resentment with the Democrats do not stem from the Democrats not actually moving appropriately into the moderate center position to win over the mythical moderate voters, but their anger and resentment actually stems from the fact that the Democrats are completely captive, completely servile to the same corporate benefactors that the Republicans are, and that's the reason why.
That's awesome. What we'll probably do is learn some more about the illegal war in Iran. As you can see, we are currently watching the himbo. I'm gonna full screen this and turn up the sound. How's the sound? How are the sound levels?
And you have some real grassroots funded candidates that are saying, no, we must.
I think they're alright, but I can't. My what I hear is a little bit mismatched from what you guys hear, I think.
She said you're a Holocaust denier. Oh my lord! We can't shake our heads in disbelief at 24% of young Dems and 34%.
What have you been up to, Stout? What we got? What were you streaming?
Ignoring anti-Semitism with our intent. Lily Cohn, if you can find one instance where I've ever denied the Holocaust, I will give you $1 million. You fucking psychopath.
There we go, Silver. There we go. First, second, and third. Now have gold, silver, something else off. Did they kick out my follow? What did they kick out? Wait, they kick out your follow? What do you mean?
Who is this person? She is the press person for Third Way. Third Way is a neoliberal centrist think tank that is actively trying to... Like, she's not a part of the Democratic Party, okay? It's weird to say that about someone who worked for Kamala Harris and someone who worked for Joe Biden, who now
right.
Third Way. But it's just crazy.
Let me put up my chat here. Don't know why it's not showing.
First of all, in a very public attack on our young staffer, you simply made up crap about us. We oppose Iraq too, for what it's worth. Second, you really stand with this asshole? Oh, then it's as a lesser evil voter, I will once again repeat my harm reductionist credo. Hamas is 1,000 times better than the fascist settler colonial apartheid state. And the real harm happening here is that another illegal stolen land sale is taking place at another synagogue.
Hugely awesome that Hassan says this, because no leftist, no one in the world, no leftist with any sort of like decent level of following, like with any no leftist says what he says about this with this level of prominence. Like Hassan genuinely, like he probably underestimates himself partially because of humility, but he genuinely is such a force for good when it comes to like dealing with the propaganda for Israel / against Palestine.
I hear you chirping, but I don't hear why you have...
Should I make a shitter chat? Because I don't know if I should. Like, I feel like I should, but I also really don't. He's bigger than he lets on. Yeah, no, definitely. He definitely is. And I feel like it's a mixture of, like, being polite / like, I don't know, self, what do you call it? Self, I don't know why I'm playing around with the player. Can you guys see me playing around with the player like this? Like, do you see this live?
But I don't hear what your reasonable disagreements are.
When I like move it up and down. Because I'm imagining you do, and it's very funny to me. Because I don't think I've ever seen anyone like...
Bullshit, and you know it. We do not support the Iran war. We have publicly...
I'm not sure if I've seen streamers do this before. And the idea of streamers is like randomly like playing around with the like streaming software like this is just amusing to me.
What would be a good video to share with her to get her interested and educated? Thank you. Very helpful for her. Here, I got you. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you what we could use here. This is a really good question. Thank you, Silo Kiki. I think this is where we start. This is where we start.
Right. What is that? Oh no. It's gonna kill. Ew! Blah. Oh, this is like, is this a video of all Hassan's ops? No. Bro, he literally just pulled up a fucking thirst trap. He can't keep getting away with it. Oh, earlier today, shout out to my friend. Shout out to my friend. I spent like an hour earlier today. Wait, why is he playing that? I don't know. I don't know why he's playing that. I think he's just like, yeah. Chat, like someone asked like, hey, can you show my grandma something to get us started?
Cardiac arrest.
They're playing the Arabic letter. I think that is actually the letter Fa. That's awesome. I made that as a meme. Wait, did you make it? Brilliant Drink, is it you who made that?
Jokes aside, I don't know what the best video to show your grandma.
That's awesome. If so, great song.
Showed this to my grandma and she fucking exploded. Thanks,
Really,
man.
that's a great. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're the reason he keeps getting away with it. It's very messed up.
Maybe.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it will change her thoughts. I'm sorry I asked. No, we're
Actually, I'll put the stream like this. I'm sorry, and you're welcome as well. I mean, I'm happy for Hassan. I'm happy for him. Sakura mugs him. Dude is small compared to a Truth Nuke. Truth Nuke. Hello, kiddo. How you doing?
Grandparents, or for your parents, or for your friends.
Right.
Like, if you have friends that are, for example, like they love working out, you can show them a podcast that I've done with like a meathead, right?
Should we play Airships Conquer the Skies? It's been a while since I played that. Maybe just play that from scratch, make a completely new portfolio and everything.
Or something like that.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I've not played this game for a while, and it's a very good game.
Live broadcast, as far as like an entry point. She's on 1 HP. Chill.
Airships.
Yeah.
Badong.
Grandma vids I would show are the
Airships.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good one.
Conquer the Skies. It has 1 viewer currently, and now it's gonna jump up to like 8.
Oh, PBS exploding Chatter's grandmother since 2016. Hell yeah. I've heard you pissed off the tankies yesterday. What did you do? Stop. I don't like using tanky as a pejorative. Okay.
You. Oh shit. What just happened? They might. And it crashed. Nice. Okay, this is not a good sign. But yeah, I don't like using tanky as a pejorative either. I think it's very unproductive. Much like I don't like people. I don't like when people call others for anarchies. Like,
Third Way is so mad because they're losing their
like it's just very unproductive, and it's just like alienates a lot of comrades, you know.
Democrats, if they are
so I don't think we should do that.
Of their voters are going to literally drop this third way shit, and it sucks.
Okay. Right. Oh. Oh, sorry. Let me just find the game. Game capture. Capture specific window. And can you guys hear that my voice is slightly scuffed? Have you noticed that? In case you haven't.
It is so funny though that like this person.
Now you should know.
If they just talked about me, I think like.
Wait, why is it not loading? No, there we go.
They, like package it up with Graham Plattner, who is objectively more popular than the centrist neoliberal.
There you go.
Airships
Conquer the Skies. A really cool game. AI Fleet Creator. What is that?
National Democrat right now, the most popular figure in the National Democratic Party is crazy. Okay, here are a few. Hamas,
you can determine
settler colonial state. It doesn't matter if rapes happen.
Oh shit, that's cool. So you can create things for the airships. Cool. We're not gonna play with any mods. So for those of you who don't know, which I'm pretty sure is everyone, what about calling others trots? I mean, trot is just short for Trotskyist, so I think that's fine. Although, you know, being known as a Trotskyist is kind of a, you know, it's kind of seen negative by itself, but it... Oh shit, what? It crashed again? Okay, I need to close some windows. That sucks ours. That's very annoying.
To be a fascist ethno-macist ideology.
Okay, there we go.
Is hell-bent on
put the himbo up here.
And expansion.
Well, that's a little bit annoying.
Can you...
Are there any other windows I need to close? A few, but not too many. Okay, there we go. I think we can see the game quite decently. Yes, alright. So this game, Airships Conquer the Skies, is basically set in a steampunk-ish world where, like, they're flying... Like, there's airships. and then you use them to conquer each other. Simple as. Feeling a little sicky for today? How are you feeling? I hope you get well soon, kiddo. I am still sick. My voice, as you can hear, is a little bit screwed. And thank you, that reminded me.
Not to coach you,
I spent about an hour earlier doing pretty much like calling with a friend, and almost throughout almost the entire conversation, I was doing a Trump impersonation. But well, down the hill that there are more leftists out there calling others a trot pejorative than leftists who know what a trot is. I think you're correct.
Stressing over and over again.
Like my greatest issue with like various leftist groups is just that they're too sectarian, and it's very obnoxious. Like I don't give a shit what people are.
And it's like cynical deployment
whatever.
of the term anti-Semitism against people who have spent a good deal of fucking time fighting against anti-Semitism. Okay.
So I was spending an hour earlier today with a dear friend of mine. Basically just doing a Trump impression. Basically just doing Trump impressions. And that was very funny. Because it was basically just me going, I'm the best. I'm Donald J. Trump, the best president of them all. And then also like that often spilling into, because whenever she was doing like a Trump impression, like it kind of sounded like Zelensky. And so we were doing the Zelensky meme where it's like, Mr. President, I need to have $8 trillion to bomb Donetsk children. Because it's such a funny meme. Not, you know, it's not reflective of political positions, but it's just such a funny meme. But we were talking shit because, like, she's from Romania, and, like, we were, like, she's fairly upset with Romania. It's like, Romania is just, like, allowing Americans to refuel in their country, basically making their country into a valid target. But they're allowing Americans to refuel in the country, use their country as a base for the strikes in Iran, making it a valid target for Iran if they were able to reach that vote, which I don't think they can actually. So, but still, you know, getting actually involved in the war.
If rapes happened on October 7th, that doesn't change the dynamic of genocide for me at all. It doesn't justify genocide. Do you think it justifies genocide? Should we genocide?
Did I actually change the game category? Yes, we did. Alright, excellent.
Genocide.
Right. Rand aside, it is time to make a new game.
If rapes are happening in Alabama,
and what to call a great nation except Shemlingrad. Or the Shempire? What do you guys think?
People understand that now. Like, people on October 10 might not have understood that sentiment. But now, even when you fucking place that out of context, it still doesn't matter, because people do get it.
Yeah, we'll call it the Shempire. Why not?
Makes sense. I don't think it's justifiable to do a genocide.
What should we?
Because
now we can do a coat of arms. The coat of arms will basically determine the upgrades we get.
Israel was an apartheid state. Now people are aware that Israel's an apartheid state and doing a genocide. So when I fucking talk about it like this, I don't have to constantly go through the motions and explain to people what a genocide is and how Israel is conducting it. You know?
I think ideally we want something that
these people are bad faith
that allows, like, doesn't change the ship too much. And the reason for that is because that will affect how, like, because we're going to be designing ships. Most of the time we're playing, we're probably going to be designing ships. And ideally, we want to design ships which are still which still have the same stats when we play as other nations.
Her son Hassan, shut the fuck up.
I don't believe that. No way. That's not true. Is it?
That's funny. I thought you were being serious.
Yeah, no way that would be true.
Yeah, for chatters asking why he has those quotes handy. He has those. It's a circle jerk between the same guys. Exactly.
I'm putting him above here.
Third way Dems.
Okay.
And it's so funny. It's like the other side of this question is, where are liberals?
As you can see, there are many options. The one I usually go with is just like an anvil. That's usually the one I go with, because, you know, it looks cool.
I think you're fucking lying. I think you are literally lying to me and maybe to yourself. And
but
some might.
Whether we're going to go with that or not, I don't know.
For actual active Holocaust deniers Have fun.
Can you
with
guys hear
that.
me
You're a
fine?
fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
okay, I think you guys
You are
can.
literally a fucking moron. They're gonna put you in fucking concentration camps.
A
And you're a
guillotine
moron
hammer.
that will vote for it because you were so delusionally invested in this idea that Israel represents. Okay? It's so dumb.
Excellent.
Oh, nasty Arab-loving, nasty Islam-loving freaks on the Democratic Party don't want genocide. Well, I want
We can have a
genocide.
dragon that'll allow us to have dragon riders, but that's a little bit cheap. Double crew gain and crew can become ultra elite. Ooh.
That's what you're doing.
Okay, that sounds kind of cool. Okay, how about we go with that?
Evidence. The best evidence is always either he say, she say, or they just act like you're a monster for rejecting the propaganda made to dehumanize the resistance like a barbaric grapist orcs. Stop saying grapist.
Stop saying rapist. I don't like that you can't. Okay, the way it does colors is a little bit annoying because it's a bit restrictive, which makes sense in sort of like you want the flag to be obvious, but it's also very annoying.
I'm never gonna do that. People like Grant Platter are never gonna do that. And if
Oh,
they try
what
to
the shit?
successfully bully
I clicked
politicians
variation,
to
not
interact with
the
me
other
for this
thing.
reason, guess what? Then those politicians are fucked. Okay? Because
Alright, how should we do our flag?
that the reason why politicians come to this community is because it's a fucking massive community. Okay? It's a massive community of fucking door knockers. It's a massive community of activists, a massive community of anti-Zionists. And I consider Hamas to be a murderous terrorist organization that killed, raped, tortured, kidnapped, and terrorized civilians, as well as murdering scores of their own people. It's not progressive to be on the side of Hamas.
Okay, I don't know who Hassan is like beefing with, but it sounds very funny.
That's it? Wait, it feels like he responded to something else.
Okay.
Okay, I don't think you understand. These are my statements. Can you explain what you disagree with? And I consider Hamas
What do
to be
you
a
guys
murderous
think?
terrorist organization that killed,
Does this look good? Question mark.
Okay.
Should we do some other colors?
I'm just going to reply with Israel this. Wait, where is it?
We could do this one. As long as we keep the colors of the Turkish flag, I don't care. Stop. We're not doing the colors of the Turkish flag.
Everything you claim doing, Israel has done.
Double treasure, Ole. Like, the dev who made this almost certainly has like some map autism. Because look at this. They like every one of these is named, I assume, properly. Because who the shit would know what party per pale is, or party per fess, or party per chevron, party per Ben Sinister, demediated, 3 counter changed. Thank you for the viewing streaks, by the way. Raph does stuff, and I was reminded from earlier. Says had also had a 10-day viewer streak. Very cool. Thank you guys very much. I very much appreciate it.
It's not a bot. There's a real human real human being. It's even sadder.
Okay. This pyramid one does look kind of cool, but all right, because if we have a double one, what we can do is have what do you call it? Is have a second thing as well, like have a second what do you call it?
This
Symbol.
guy co-founded a company, Jesus.
We have a crown.
Consider Hamas to be a murderous terrorist organization that killed, raped, tortured, kidnapped, and terrorized civilians, as well as murdering scores of their own people. It's not progressive to be on the side of Hamas. Also, murdered.
What do you guys think of this, Mike?
Brother, Israel literally used helicopters to massacre Israeli civilians because they did not want Israelis to be captured by Hamas. What the fuck are you talking about? Hamas murdered its own civilians. The country you are defending has done a genocide. Okay?
What do you guys think? Golden crown with the golden chevron on top of
Israel
has
literally killed
protecting it.
its own.
Is that cool? Does that look cool?
War that had
I think it looks kind of cool.
the resistance
Or maybe I'm being silly.
that had white
There are also
flags
other
were
options. There's
waving,
like
saying,
book,
"We are Israeli, we are
bridge,
Israeli." They
butterfly,
fucking slaughtered them.
cannon, castle,
Israel blew up
chalice,
their own
etc.
hostages, the Hamastages.
The master chest.
It's fucking idiotic. You can never defend Israel. Israel has no leg to stand on. It's ridiculous.
I do, but then again, I am autistic. You do, as in like you like it, or
projection.
Also, don't worry. I assume most people watching I am. You know, it's a big. We're a big community. It's a big. I wouldn't call it safe space, but it's a big space for all of us.
Everything you claim Hamas is doing Israel is done 1,000-fold. Thanks for understanding my position on harm reduction, I said. Anyway, these guys are fucking monsters, brother. And not
Can we make
only
this
are they
green?
monsters, but they're deeply unpopular.
Oh shit, we can make it green.
Their position is gone. Their position has
A
no
green
weight.
pyramid reflecting our fertile lands.
There are people who
Our
believe this
fertile,
shit
lovely
on the
lands.
Republican Party side. They
With
are
a red,
evangelical psychopaths,
with
many
a
of which are
crimson
also
background,
deeply anti-Semitic.
reflecting
Okay.
the blood of the
Analog
martyrs,
here is
which allowed us to get here, who fought for us to get where we
The
are.
right to rape protests justify genocide in Israel. Yeah.
Within
Like,
it,
the Hamas
within
rape
the fertile
argument
lands,
is
nestled
so
a golden
fucking
crown,
ridiculous because one, it's
and
not established
on
any sort
the
of significant evidence
on the
whatsoever.
crimson
It's all
crimson
circumstantial
background
shit
of
that
the
was pieced
martyrs,
together.
there's a
There has been
chevron
zero
symbolizing the
people that have
elite
come
of
out.
our
There has been,
soldiers.
there have been documented cases
Of the
sexual
martyrs.
assault in captivity.
Hey,
This
what do
is
you guys
real.
think?
It
Is that
happened,
good?
Okay, I've said it over and over again.
I think it's good.
As far
I think
as,
that's. I think that's.
mass
Actually, I think that's fairly
attacks
decent.
directed by Hamas on October
Do we just
7th,
click leave? Yeah, okay, we do.
pure bullshit.
Let's select the
Okay?
hero.
There has not been any evidence whatsoever to suggest that that took place. And they
Architect
still fucking run with this
would be
narrative.
cool.
Meanwhile, I don't think Israel should be genocided, even though they had a pro-rape rally. They had a pro-rape January 6th. And now the people that they were committed to releasing,
Upgrade cost in city plus 50% upgrade speed in city. That's pretty
are
cool.
now free.
Let's do with the. Yeah, let's go with the architect, Anne-Marie Varanid.
And I still don't think Israel should be genocided because I'm not a fucking psycho.
Our
You
coat
have to
of
be a
arms
psychopath
is
to
a
operate
party
like
per
that.
chevron sandrine and vert. A chevron couped or in chief. A chevron couped or in chief and a crown proper below. I think a chevron couped or meaning like gold in
What's
French,
wrong with you, Hassan?
and vert
Hamas
meaning
is full of
green in
idols or
French.
monsters. I'm
I don't know
Muslim
why
here,
a
by
lot
the
of
way.
this
I
is
have no
in French. I
problem.
assume
Condemn
maybe
terrorists.
historically
He
it was.
literally did.
Right.
They talk about Hamas. You talk about
Bunch of
Israel. Can't you
settings.
see how stupid
Hints,
this
yes,
is?
direct control. All these
I love
options, sure,
Euroids,
why not?
bro. Euroids who are like, listen, I'm Muslim from Germany.
Let's go with a large
okay?
map
And I don't have a
and
centrist
hard
opinion.
difficulty.
I don't have a centrist opinion. I think,
Monsters, we want them
well,
everywhere.
Israel is the greatest nation
Heroes
on Earth,
default.
okay? Israel is the greatest
Everything
nation on
else
Earth.
is
No
default.
Austria. Oh my
Research
God, I
is slow.
found it. Yes! Yes!
Oh no.
Term.
Oh no, what is the chatter saying?
I'm Austrian, not German. I think Allah is with Israel.
Okay, that chat is insane, which is, honestly expected considering what we just found out.
You are a dog. You are spiritually
I do not like
destroyed. You are cattle.
Europeans
Okay.
and their takes on politics. They are awful.
my
Not that
God.
Americans are
Oh, you
necessarily better,
fucking
but
shameless cow.
yeah, average Austrian.
I'm Austrian.
Truth
and I
note.
voted for Israel on Eurovision 1,000 times. Yeah.
L Austrians, SMH.
Yeah. As a Muslim, in
Startkick,
Austria, I think
Startkick, those are
real
your siblings, by the way. Startkick, that is, they are part of Greater Germany. How do you feel about that? And I mean Greater Germany, not in the Hitlerian way, but in the original question of the HR, like post-HRE question type way.
Grandparents that did the real anti-Semitism.
All right, we are the Shempire. This is our stuff. This is our setup.
No Muslim is saying that. Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of it real quick.
It is funny though. There is
Where
no
do I see?
shot. There's I like that I was able to clock his fucking Euroid, his Euroid perspective instantly though.
Just give me a moment. I'm just a poor I'm just a poor. I'm poor Austrian failed painting student.
No human being with a real conscience.
There we go. I put it in the Discord.
Situation and say God is
Just
on the side of.
partially so I don't forget, in case for future reference, it could be neat.
No fucking person with a conscience
Right.
is going to
Let's start the
literally say,
game.
God is on the side of the apartheid state.
And we will not
literally
use any of my
committing
previous
atrocities
designs.
right now.
I'll make new designs from scratch.
750,000
And all of you
Lebanese
guys,
have been
those of you
displaced from
watching
their homes. Israel is
actively,
bombing Beirut,
at
okay,
least,
destroying entire
and
city
also
blocks
those who
in
might be
Beirut
watching
at this
passively,
moment.
will learn
It's
about how to
completely
design
ridiculous. And that is after
an
it's come on the
excellent
heels of a genocide that Israel
ship,
committed for 2.5
an
fucking
excellent
years
airship.
with unlimited weaponry from the United States of America and from many
Yeah, just how to
European
design an
countries
excellent
as
airship
well.
that's
It is completely fucking
efficient or
ridiculous.
something. And when I say efficient, I mean like we're probably gonna design something that's very cost efficient. While we are learning about, while we're hearing Himbo in the background yelling at shit. I'm gonna move Himbo real quick just to let you guys see what the settings are. As you can hear in this, like basically where the Himbo is, we can say what date is in game, the settings for what do you call it, the speed settings menu and the manual button, so you're not really missing out on anything in particular. So I'll just put it there. I could alternatively, I could put him here, but I think that will disrupt the battles.
My family wants nuclear bombs, please, President Trump.
Right, I'm putting Himbo like so. If you guys want Himbo a little bit bigger, just let me know.
That's not the case, though. The majority of fucking Persians in
Here we have our
diaspora
money,
also are not in
our
support
income,
of
our
American and
reputation,
Israeli bombing campaigns in Iran. It's more of a
which is basically
50-50
how
that
people
actually
see us.
favors
If it's
the
10,
side
then
that
it
has
reflects Israel. If
understandable
it's
legitimacy.
100, it
Hey,
reflects,
I don't like the IRGC, but I also
I don't know, whichever country is like seen as very positive. Basically, high reputation means that people see you positively. Low reputation means that people see you negatively. Alright, let's do some research. Lots of options. I don't know which one to pick. Let's go with
My dad hopes that Israel
a
moves around so
university,
Jesus will come back,
like this
because that's what
one,
the Bible
research
says.
scientific
You know
method.
what's ironic? People were actually
We
talking
also,
to me about,
for our starting location, we start here in
people were like posting
in
that one time
Ulkoma,
where I was, like,
which we will
having a little bit of an argument
rename
with a
to
diaspora Iranian
Shimlingrad.
Uber driver, and he had the same attitude. It's so funny that like that is a commonly shared attitude.
Who wants
by
to?
many
We have
fucking
one
freaks.
little town here. Who wants their name on this town?
Also,
Quick,
the Bible
be
does
quick.
not say that at all. The Bible does not consider nuclear arms. Okay. It's also much more Iranians.
We're gonna
against the war
build
now. That
ports
50-50 poll was
in our
ages ago.
capital.
I know that 50-50 poll was in the aftermath.
Also, my
of the
previous
Cold
message
War.
was a joke.
This
I'm
is
not sure if it's a red
far
one
more
because I had a call.
consequential for,
I know it was a joke. Don't
regular,
worry.
Iranians than the 12-day war, because now they have.
I didn't think it would be very
they're
important for
using
you
chemical
whether it was the
warfare as well.
Turkish flag or not. Don't worry.
Yeah, Netanyahu called the IDF rapists heroic warriors, in Hebrew, of course. The blood libel known as the Sdei Taman affair against the warriors of Force 100, which has damaged Israel's reputation in the world in an unprecedented manner, has reached its end. It's unacceptable that it took so much time to close the case that was handled in a criminal manner against IDF warriors who confront the worst of our enemies. The state of Israel must pursue its enemies, not its heroic warriors.
There's this place called Waxenford, and I think we do want to. I think we do want to invade it, as well as Blimsberg.
Literally raped Palestinians
While we speak with Koriko, and we make it.
Thank you.
We make an offer. Can send a delegation. Let's pass time a little bit.
What is this?
Delegation was sent to explore Cosmo Jungle. You lose 4 reputation, gain 10 greens. They rejected our delegation? Okay, we might kill these guys.
Unfortunate truth is the majority of the Iranian diaspora in different
Do they
ways
want to
like the
do
war.
a
This is
trade
anti-war
treaty? Nope.
Iranian diaspora living in the US. It doesn't matter. They're fucking irrelevant, is my point. The truth is
What about
relevant.
these guys?
And
Calfam, do they want to make a trade treaty?
Human toll in the human death
No,
toll will
not
arrive at
really.
the truth. Okay?
What if we give them money?
And many already have. There are people
No,
who
we don't
not
want a
only
trade
couple
treaty.
days ago, maybe like a week ago, would
Let's have a
come
look
in
at our
here and
fleet.
yelled at me and said, "Oh, you are supporting."
So we
the
currently
Islamic
have
Republic.
one
How
ship
dare you?
called the
How dare you support
Hercules.
the Islamic Republic? This is devastating. They've
It's
killed
called
so many
the Hercules,
protesters.
yeah.
Many of them have recognized
It has bomb
the
bays.
truth
Ooh.
very
Okay, so
quickly,
this is a bomb ship.
okay?
Doesn't have any guns on it. It's a pretty cool looking ship. If we...
It's that simple.
Right, we want the overlays on. They're quite good to have on. It's a very pretty design. The service ceiling is 235 meters. I don't remember what the max height is. I think the max height in the game is around 300. The speed is nearly 200 kilometers per hour, which is very good.
Community you are in right now? We love the fucking Bolsheviks.
This is actually a really nice ship.
Hello?
We might keep it like so. But first, let's make a save. The Shempire, Twitch, 1. Save.
Nazis and Islamists both say that line for some reason. Yeah, it's
okay. Let's also make a.
Russian Christians literally invented modern anti-Semitism. Yeah, literally, that's also true. Bro,
The Shempire, Twitch, 1.
Bro thinks Lenin was a Christian. Lamau. No, no. These guys think Lenin is either. Some of them will say Lenin is an agent of the Rothschilds, or they will say Lenin is a Jew.
Our saves will be in this folder.
Jewish ancestry. Not that it fucking matters, regardless. Lenin was a lion and a fucking hero, okay?
Truth nuke. W. Lenin.
One of the best people to
so we click one of our cities.
Throughout the history of mankind.
We click Shem. Actually, oh shit, we need to cancel this.
Fuck you if you have any
we're gonna select this hero.
Statement, I do not care. Okay?
There we go. We're gonna save some money on building this port now. And they're also gonna build it bigger, yeah, so, what do you call it? Faster, I think.
You seem really obsessed with this Lenin guy.
So this hero we have here makes it so that we upgrade. The upgrading, like building upgrades in the city, is cheaper, but also upgrading them, like making these things, is fast as well. So
yes, no, that's what.
Double
that's
W.
What it is. That's why they say. That's why they say the Bolsheviks were all Jews or secret Jews or Jew affiliated. That's a Nazi argument. That's what they say. He was a
Judeo-Bolshevik. I do not trust him. He was a radical cultural Marxist. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. Marxists, they followed Lenin. Not a good guy. Not a good guy at all. He was a radical left. A radical left. Bigly radical left, trust me. I'm not saying it. A lot of smart people are saying it.
Invented modern anti-Semitism. Please explain.
I need some better material. I feel like my voice lines are not that good.
The Elders of Zion. That is a Russian Tsarist formative anti-Semitic text. There were pogroms that existed far
how do we design things? Oh shit, I'm an idiot. Okay.
And created like
okay. Our capital is just called the Shempire? What? Okay, so we have 3. Okay, my bad. We have Shemlingrad, the Shempire, and Umarbund. What should we rename Umarbund? Who wants to be renamed? Who wants to be the namesake of Umarbund? Now's your chance.
Like all the stuff, like Jews control the world. All this shit comes from protocols of Zion. It tricked Ford. I mean,
Cesare? All right.
If he was just like riding for it pretty aggressively, as hard as he was riding for Adolf fucking Hitler. Okay.
What should we call it? Cesare Town? Cesare Grad?
Where the fuck were we? All right.
Cesare Grad is kind of cool. Grad means city in Russian, which is why you see a lot of cities in Russia and the Soviet Union were named something Grad. Cesareville Town. Do you have a preference? Otherwise, I think Cesare Grad goes quite well. Oh shit, whoops.
And in Kuwait, 2 people reportedly wounded in a strike on an apartment block. 6 U.S. soldiers died in the first 48 hours of the war at a tactical operations center in Kuwait. That drone attack, CBS News has learned, was much more serious than previously reported.
We can also build land ships, by the way. Ground works for me. Alright, nice. Alright, let's design a ship. So let's see what weapons we have first of all. We have trebuchets, which are expensive. We have bomb bays, which are very useful. We have mortars. Oh shit, I think mortars are new. Grenades, muskets, rifles.
Hitting targets across Iran. As Israel intensified its campaign against Iranian proxies, Hezbollah in Lebanon, on another front in this widening war. While on the ground in Tehran, funerals for the hundreds of Iranians killed in this
As you can see, propellers are a fair bit, can be a little bit expensive.
Of mass rage as mourning. So the death toll in Iran
I believe this one
according to the regime there, and there is increasing evidence that the United States is responsible.
Bad Israel is what they keep saying, and it's very terrifying that they're saying that. Okay.
I think the gap with the top sail is one of the best.
No, I'm not gonna ban this guy.
That one and the Latin and the large Latin sail, I believe, are among the most efficient. In terms of weight, what do you call it? What do you call it? Means of propulsion? They're also fairly cheap. So we'll probably have one of them.
Brand called Army Logic. Those are my pants, and they're big parachute pants, and I really like them because they're very comfortable.
Large Latin sail. Okay, let's go with the large Latin sail because I think.
Okay, the new Iranian supreme leader has spoken.
Oh yeah, shit. That's a big deal.
The new
leader, very scary.
Spoken.
Let's go with a cockpit.
We're
I hope
obviously
you
gonna get to that.
guys can still see the screen decently.
Sayed Mojtaba Hosseini Khamenei has spoken
There we go.
for the first time since he was elected. Okay.
The bridge is important. Without it, we cannot give orders to the crew. I don't understand the game, but it looks fun. It is a very cool game. Screen is fine. Nice. Glad to hear that.
Translation is as maybe read this statement instead. What, in fucking Farsi?
Chatters. While looking at overlays, we also want to have a look at horizontal drag.
Hand it over to you while I cough, and you tell us what exactly happened. What did he say?
Yeah, Dana, good morning. We're just getting this in right now on Iranian state media.
Why can't they read Farsi? I don't know. Because it's kind of cringe.
And Reuters is reporting a few highlights
Mustafa Khamenei.
saying that the supreme leader
He said that would kind of stink.
Friendship with neighbors and only target the bases, and we will inevitably continue. That is not true. We know that many Gulf countries have had their residential and civilian infrastructure attacked. Now, Iran's new supreme leader in this statement goes on to say all U.S. bases should immediately be closed in the region, and those bases will be attacked.
Okay.
He also says in the
Do want the ship to be sort of like your normal like engagement ship where it fires a bunch of shit from the front, or do we want it to be something else?
The Arabic word for Jerusalem. And this day normally falls on the last Friday of Ramadan. And so if my math is correct here, that would be March 20th of this year, the last Friday of Ramadan, when traditionally we have seen Iranian proxies like Hamas and Hezbollah launch attacks and also large demonstrations in the region. And so this is certainly something to look out for in the days ahead.
Maximum range 280. Okay, mortar.
30 years, bro, chill. I mean, Trey Yinks I go back and forth on because unlike many of these other hucksters and charlatans, he has literally fucking embedded with Hamas.
Maths is correct.
Interviewed Hamas.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing maths. Figure this out. So, as you can see here, we have weaponry. We can't put front-facing weapons behind stuff. So if we want something facing one way or another, like it cannot be inside the ship. There are sponton cannons and shit, but we need to unlock that. For now, all the guns are going either in the front or the back. Simple as.
You have to stop killing Palestinian journalists. It's fucking unacceptable.
Right. So we need a few things. Cargo bay we don't want.
You
Cargo
weren't
bay
talking about
will.
trade, you were talking about
I have a very
Hamid.
cheap solution to that.
You were
We
saying
want an ammo
Hamid
bay.
is
Ammo bay,
what I will look
basically
like in
all our
50
troops will
that's
run to the
amazing.
ammo bay always to refuel the
I
guns.
didn't understand what
We
you were
want it a
saying. I
little
thought
bit
you
away
were
from
saying-
our thingies.
I thought you were
And one a few
saying
fire
that
extinguishers
Slim Hinks looks like
on
what I will
hand.
look like in the future, even though he's like younger than me. And no, what you meant instead was I will look like Ayatollah Khamenei, Mojtaba Khamenei. I gotta get me one of them hats.
Okay.
And then
The
we
ship,
can see.
the game will also
gray beard
tell
comes
us
for
what
all. I mean,
the
yeah,
ships
my
has
beard
and
is graying
needs.
already,
We can
so-
also see what the cost of the ship is. Cost is currently very high. We might actually replace this to make one of my much cheaper ship, but we'll see.
I'm not. First of all, I'm not Shia. That's number one.
We'll build a
Number two,
repair bay.
I am, however, Dr. Jihad.
W.
So that's you need to refer to me by my actual.
So you can see
name,
how
Dr.
every fire
Jihad.
extinguisher costs 12. That is
Yes,
expensive.
I have a doctorate in both jihad and also
We have to
racism.
remember the Russian doctrine for World War II. Don't overproduce that shit. Don't spend an inordinate amount of money. Very important. The crow's nest increases accuracy by 10%, so we can add one of those. As you can see here, we have a bridge. It gives 6 command. With the amount of crew we currently have, that means a command every 4 seconds.
From, the drop site news
Which is very important. Command is anything from moving tell a ship where it should be on the sky or like underground to like tell you to go ram over there or like do focus fire or like focus this enemies, stuff like that. So it's a very important stat. We want it to not be more than like ideally less, like 5 seconds or less, but at the very most not more than 10 seconds, I'd say.
This seat carries the legacy of someone who, after more than 60 years of striving the path of God and renouncing all kinds of pleasures and comforts, became a radiant figure and a distinguished leader, not only in the present era, but throughout the history of the rulers in this country.
So we could
Both
use
life
this
and
large
manner of
sail.
death were intertwined with a grandeur and
The good thing
dignity
about the
born
large
from
sail
the
is that we
reliance
can
on
build
the
it like
truth.
in line with the ship.
I had the honor of seeing his body after his martyrdom. What I saw was a mountain of steadfastness, and I heard that his uninjured hand remained clenched in a fist.
But it will reduce the profile of our ship, allowing it to go further up. Like as you can see, the service ceiling is reduced the taller the ship it is. The taller the ship is.
It is so difficult to assume the position of leadership after such a person. Bridging that gap will only be possible with the help of God and the support of you, the people. So one of the most important aspects of this statement was the demand for unity. Now, for people who are understandably against the IRGC, against the Islamic Republic, that are in
top sail.
That are in,
and the reason,
Iran,
okay, we're making
will
2
hear-
sails. Usually I don't
wonder
only
what
go
the
with the one because that would be
perspective will
sufficient.
after this statement,
But
because he doesn't
basically,
he,
if we have only one
gives
of these, then that basically means the enemy just needs to
reveal some
destroy
statements
one of
that,
our sails, and then
is a
our ship will be
rallying
stranded.
cry for
And we
all
don't want that.
Iranians that like demands that makes demands towards unity and asking for letting bygones be bygones basically, but also simultaneously saying we will have a firm hand. Okay, in dealing with
Nice.
anyone that is
And as you can see, our service ceiling is quite low right now, so we want to increase that.
an effective. Oh, so he starts off by saying unity among the individuals and the group of the nation, which usually becomes particularly evident in times of hardship, must not be compromised. This will be achieved by overlooking points of disagreement. So his first statement, perhaps one of the most important.
Let's make another
in his,
berth here.
In his 7-point plan, is that it's time to unite against the Zionist entity, against America that is killing our children. But also, we must overlook our points of disagreement. Okay, so that's pretty big. An effective presence on the scene must be maintained, whether in the way you demonstrated during these days and nights of war, or through various forms of meaningful participation in social, political, educational, cultural, and even security arenas. What matters is that the correct role is properly understood and carried out as much as possible without harming social unity. Do not refrain from helping and supporting one another. Praise be to God. This has always been the enduring trait of most Iranians. It is expected that in these particular days, when circumstances naturally weigh more heavily on some members of the nation than others, this spirit will become even more evident.
I'm trying to think of the best way of doing this, because ideally you want to use the large suspendium tanks. They're the most efficient in terms of like weight versus like
fighters who, at a time
lift.
when our nation and our beloved homeland have been unjustly attacked by
But
the leaders of the arrogant front, have blocked the enemy's path with powerful blows and dispelled their illusion that they could dominate our country or possibly divide it. The demand of the masses,
not sure how viable that is.
Continuation of effective and regret-inducing defense. So then he moves into, once he's done talking about like the importance of unity,
I think middle click, middle mouse button. What is the button for? Oh, there we go. Right click.
He then moves into talking about the blowback or the retaliatory strikes of the IRGC, which he commends. Certainly, the leverage of blocking the Strait of Hormuz must also continue to be used. Studies have been conducted regarding the opening of other fronts in which the enemy has little experience and will be highly vulnerable, and their activation will be carried out if the state of war continues in accordance with strategic considerations. I sincerely think
if we make this ship like this,
front. We regard our countries,
I think this would be ideal.
As our best friends. This is him talking about the Houthis, Ansar Allah, and also Hezbollah as well, and the Shia militias in Iraq. Saying we regard the
and we can make a rifle here for some point defense.
An inseparable part of the values of the Islamic Revolution. Undoubtedly, the unity of the components of this front will shorten the path to overcoming the Zionist sedition. As we have seen, brave and faithful Yemen has not stopped defending the oppressed people of Gaza. Hezbollah, despite all obstacles, has come to the aid of the Islamic Republic, and the Iraqi resistance has courageously followed.
Oh shit, that increased our drag by a lot if you put that there.
He says, I express my deep sympathy with the families of the exalted martyrs. Again, the weight that he places on each individual component is very important here. Like the
small kill will increase the HP of a ship, but it will also make the ship much heavier.
Stands with unifying the public and ensuring that the Islamic Republic is capable of mounting a serious defense. And the primary focus, like the first thing out of the gate, is do not divide the public. The second is lean into the resistance forces that are striking blow after blow against the Zionist enemy, and then talking like third down in the line is when he expresses the regret and the deep sympathy, not regret, but the deep sympathy he has with the families of the exalted martyrs. Why don't we analyze Trump's speeches like this? Because Donald Trump is not a well-read individual. He's a fucking moron. He's a babbling fool. Okay?
Truth nuke. Okay, we can put a slope here. That would look cool.
What do you want? Let's listen to what Pete Hegseth has to say.
Will that reduce our drag? No, not really.
Unfortunately, we do not have competent leadership in this goddamn country. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I would want competent leadership in this goddamn country, especially as it's like, bombing other nations into oblivion. Probably best that, we don't have a competent imperial state here.
If we make a ship a little bit longer, it will take up more space, but it will also, what do you call it? It will have it less drag. Trump's speech should be like, I have tremendous respect for the Houthis.
So boring. Whoa, yo, chillest. Hassan, you got some pretty loyal fans. I'm impressed. You guys might as well suck Hassan's dick.
Alright, guard post.
You good, bro?
So this is a thing that's like a little bit funny with the game.
Bot, dumbass. Take a day off.
Is that like you can have guard posts, right? But the thing is, like, the guard post does not have maintenance costs, but the guard barracks do.
Off of fucking Roblox compilations on TikTok. He came in here. He's like,
just a little bit amusing. A fun little detail.
Folk. Hassan's day.
Right. Resources. We need some reinforced Resupply hatch.
Anyway.
Supply hatches. Oh, we only need one. Neat.
Mentally.
There we go.
This comes from a shared experience I have with these noble families. Aside from my father, whose loss became a public grief, I entrusted my beloved and loyal wife, in whom I had placed many hopes, my devoted sister, who dedicated herself to serving our parents and ultimately received her reward, her young child and the husband of my other sister, a learned and honorable man, to the caravan of martyrs.
I want to actually focus on this a little bit.
Possible and even easier is the attention to God's certain and definitive promise of a great reward for the patient. Martyrdom, that kind of stuff he gets into. I assure that everyone will not forego avenging the blood of your martyrs. Then he goes back into the IRGC and the forces that
it is what's the thing about the little just killed his wife.
In an effort to also avenge the death of those who have been slain. The little girls. 72 virgins, yay. Man, shut your bitch ass up. 40 months.
Whomever said that.
This Islamophobic trite, dude. First
that
of
is
all,
disgusting.
72 virgin shit.
That is very disgusting.
Like some of the most extremist Salafists out there. It's not even a thing that, first of all, Shias don't believe that. That's number one. Number two, Sunni Muslims don't believe that by and large either. It's just like a fucking idiotic American talking.
Incredible of that chat. Alright, just a moment. I'm gonna have Hassan scream to get some water.
Not today, CIA.
Like insanely Islamophobic shit.
Michigan raises Stevens at 27, McMorrow at 25, and yeah, I mean this is not good. This is not a good poll. El Sayed being at 23 is not good. We got to fucking work on that. But obviously, like the APAC.
Okay, colors of the ship, not that
race.
good. Not particularly great.
Undecided sweep.
Also, we're going to armor up the ship a little bit. We could do one more other part of ship that will reduce the price and weight, but I don't think this ship is already very compact as it is, so I don't think we should like change any of it.
Concrete form, but until it's fully realized, this file will remain open above the others. As far as the current conditions allow, sufficient measures must be defined and implemented to compensate for the financial losses inflicted on personal property and premises. In any case, we will take reparations from the enemy. If it refuses, we will seize as much as its assets as we deem appropriate, and if that is not possible, we will destroy an equivalent amount of its property.
Yeah, Iran was actually very reasonable in that. They demanded security guarantees, and they wanted like war reparations. Which I think is insanely reasonable. Like, it's super reasonable.
Security and peace was nothing more than a lie. So this part is also important because these are basically the demands being made, right? And these demands being made are echoing what Ali Larjani has said so far, echoing what the president has said so far. So it's very clear that all of the conversations that were taking place in the last couple of days about like whether there is unity or chaos amongst the
there you go, a large coat of arms. Actually, let's do a medium coat of arms, reflecting the size of the ship.
Council in charge, all of that, all of the confusion surrounding that stuff has come to an end because every single person that is now communicating what the desires of the Islamic Republic are in this tit for tat back and forth are identical.
There's a lot of decorations in this game. I'm not the best one to do that, but I'll try my best.
That have been echoed by
if you guys have any
numerous other figureheads, both those who are directly in charge of the IRGC and also in charge
recommendations. Feel free to give them,
like the president and the foreign minister, Arakshi.
That man in Sinatra a few weeks ago has increased by $20 already. That's insane.
All of the incalculable loss of
Good
human
grief.
life. Saying that all of the regional actors in the Gulf that must make their positions known on continuing to align with America and Israel, a demand for American retreat from these bases, right? That was like a day one suggestion and now it's turned into a full-blown demand.
We can have some lanterns as well, and we are going to do that.
With 15 neighboring countries, and have always desired a warm and constructive relationship with all of them. However, for years, the enemy has gradually established bases, both military and financial, in some of these countries in order to secure its dominance over the region. During these recent attacks, some of those military bases were used, as we had clearly warned, and without taking any action against those countries themselves, we targeted only those bases. From now on, we will again be compelled to continue doing this if necessary, although we still believe in the importance of maintaining friendly relations with those neighboring countries. I repeat once again, the Islamic Republic system, without seeking to establish domination or colonial control,
how extremist, crazy, how very uniquely evil of them.
Addressing the martyred former supreme leader,
sarcastic,
with your
being
departure,
sarcastic,
you have
of course.
inflicted a heavy grief upon the hearts of us all. You always longed for this end, and finally the Almighty granted it to you while you were reciting the Holy Quran in the morning on the 10th day of the blessed month of Ramadan. Going back to what we talked about.
Yeah, he like modder
Not entirely true.
You could say. Like, I don't know. Like,
this is literally the same. This is the identical position with China. Okay. Oh, China wants regional dominance. China wants regional dominance. No, China wants regional cooperation, regional security. If China wanted regional dominance, this is the perfect opportunity for China to seize control over all of the other countries that America has used.
I was not expected shipping day long. Good grief.
So why are they not doing it? China wants stability. Iran wants the same. And this is a controversial position for me to say, because many other regional actors, specifically in countries that are either controlled by, Sunni Muslim leadership. You're talking about, I was saying that they had only hit the bases. No, they haven't only hit the bases. They've hit the bases.
What should we call this ship, by the way?
Other, like, military, other places where, like, soldiers are in precise strikes. And in comparison to the American and Israeli casualties in Iran versus Iran's retaliatory strikes in the Gulf nation states, the number of civilian casualties are literally not even comparable, right? Oftentimes, we have this assessment here in the United States of America that our enemies are actually not abiding by the rules of war. And in many instances, there are instances where they don't, right? There are instances of resistance groups that end up killing a bunch of civilians. October 7 is a great example of this, right? It's true. This happens. But in comparison to the American and Israeli strikes that kill civilians with impunity, it's not even a comparison that you can make. They do abide by rules of warfare in comparison to what we do. That's just the truth. This is why a comparison between Ukraine and Russia versus Israel's conduct in Gaza is a silly one, okay? And the reason why I use Russia in this example is because Russia is the one country that is a regional actor, a sovereign power, a regional superpower that has actually done a fuck ton of violent things in Ukraine, and yet even then, it's not comparable to what Israel has done in Gaza. This is just objectively the truth. This is not someone who is defending Russia whatsoever. Okay, I am not defending Russia in any way, shape, or form.
I can't believe Hassan is defending Russia like that. That's so messed up. I can't believe he's doing that.
Why, when you look at the civilian death tolls in Russia's conduct in Ukraine, as opposed to the civilian death toll in Gaza, there is a different military objective. It's clear. Like, look at the numbers. And this is a country that has actually engaged in a litany of war crimes in their conduct. Russia has done a fuck ton of war crimes in Ukraine, okay? Targeting civilian infrastructure, killing a bunch of civilians, killing children, and even displacing civilians and replacing civilians that used to live in the territories that they previously occupied. There are a bunch of things that Russia has done that are objectively war crimes, right? They reach the standard of war crimes 100%. And having said that, it's still not even remotely comparable to what Israel has done in Gaza. And the same goes for Ukraine as well. Like, albeit marginal in comparison to the death toll that Russia has committed in Ukraine, civilian death toll. But in retaliation to that, Ukraine has also tried to do its very best to make this military campaign as costly as possible, and at times has also struck civilian infrastructure like bridges, things of that nature. But having said that, once again, nothing in comparison, right? And significantly to a lesser degree than what Russia has been able to do in Ukraine, of course.
That's about as much decoration I think I'm going to do. I'm not very good at doing decorations in this game.
Will never understand
I don't have much of visions. People who are better at like decorating shit, they will enjoy like this aspect of the game. They enjoy this aspect of the game a lot more than me.
Airports, they've hit oil tankers, they've hit oil depots, they've hit GCC government buildings. They're either targeting non-US targets as well, or targeting is disrupted. And that's what I mean when I say it's not entirely true. It's not a comparison of Iran and Israel or making slight at Iran. Yes, they have hit civilian airports that also carry fucking oil tankers and refueling fighter jets for the American military campaign. When you are a country like Iran, you have to make every single piece of munition count. America and Israel, on the other hand, don't need to restrain themselves at all because, one, they have full command over international institutions, as you have seen in the UN General Assembly. And two, they have virtually unlimited supply of offensive capabilities.
Though it is interesting that, BRICS has not come out with a strong statement about this. And I read that it's theorized is because like Modi or like India's a lot more careful about this kind of shit. I would guesstimate that is not only that, but also because like the interest to do that is also less, since it's against America, and I think and it's against America and Israel, and I think Iran is like India has less of an interest in speaking out against them.
Of capability. Like, I'm sure if Iran had the same capability.
Okay, this ship, Minions 20, costs 1,200, quite a bit. Ammo is 100, which is, actually, let's see, how much ammo do these weapons use? They use, I think, 1 per shot. Yeah, about 1 per shot.
On waging
it's a little bit expensive, but
war, right? Part of it
should be
also stems
doable.
From the fact that America is
what should we
so
name this
far
ship?
removed from the conflict.
Does anyone have a name suggestion? I usually name my ships after like insects. At least like I usually name my cheap ships after insects. This one is not so cheap.
Ayatollah Moshtaba Khamenei, the supreme leader of the Islamic Revolution, concludes his first message. You people,
bro, imagine Shimon's Ark. All right,
along with his steadfastness, courage, and presence, made friends.
That's a cool name.
Astonished.
Shimon's Ark.
The people who led the country and guaranteed its power.
Do you mean Ark like as in like with C, or do you mean with a K?
Short and sweet of it, a summarization of like the demands being made. It's still a regional war, though. Also, do you think Iran will be forced to test a nuke to stop America and Israel escalating the war more? I don't think they would do it now.
I think you're right, Skay. Right.
I think it's an inevitability that Iran will get a nuke.
Shimon's Ark 1, because we might be upgrading this in the future if we continue using this design. Alright, let's save it.
The global economy hard enough.
Manage files, create folder.
Damage American assets hard enough to cause them to retreat.
Switch.
To cause them to not go up the escalation ladder or go. It forced them into a de-escalation, or
and want to create a new folder in here
on-the-ground military warfare, which
for the Empire. Nah, we don't need to.
Both for Iran, but certainly for the American troops.
There you go.
Right.
There we go. We should save one of the designs. We could take the Hercules and refit it, but I think it's fine to keep it as is. It is a really pretty ship, by the way. Like that, the design is really nice. I do wonder how long the devs spent making that.
Direct invasion.
Right, now we just wait.
For direct invasion by American forces, because America has no logistical supply chain that they can create to consistently feed munitions and food and medical supplies for their soldiers if they were to make
Every
this mistake
week
of
passing in the
invading
game
Iran,
will
a country that is basically a fucking fortress
what do you call
that
it?
has natural choke points that I suspect the Iranian weapons have been trained on for decades at this
Every
point,
week in the
right?
game will
Because,
give us money.
This mountainous region,
Oh damn! All the people are like killing all the thingies. You made non-aggression pack was Lego with me. Okay.
So that there are
Lego
natural
is
choke
a
points
fine
that you
science
have to
expedition to
go
the ruins
through,
of Screw. One of
right?
your own scars
You have
suggests
to
a rival
bring
expedition.
your,
Sure, let's do it.
your heavy weapons
Nightjar is
through,
offering a trade treaty.
that will
Where's
cause
Nightjar?
the American military, that if they do
Oh,
invade, if they
all the
make
way
this
up there.
fucking gigantic mistake
Let's
of
see.
invading Iran militarily, that will create an environment that's just like it's a turkey shoot, right? Like the Iranian forces will fucking eviscerate so much of the American equipment. There is very little,
We can't have them give us
there's
money,
very little chance
unfortunately.
of an American success in that situation. Iran is not like Iraq. They have a competent military that has been training for this. They have a competent military that's actually been working on counterinsurgency initiatives in the region as well.
All right.
Like,
Vision is sensible, I guess.
there's
Forward
a
to the
reason
lack
why
funding.
America
So
thinks
just
that
like
they
just
can
keep coming and
invoke
fund more
some
exp.
kind
No, okay, we
of,
cannot afford that.
regime change from an aerial bombing campaign.
Trade treaty
But in
from
the absence of
Arctum.
any
Were
sort of
they?
popular mobilization
Up there?
on the ground, they will never be able to achieve that. Even in Libya, where this was primarily an air campaign with like bombing missions, they still had plenty of popular mobilization and
Our income
forces
has
that they
increased by
could
quite a
tap
bit.
into on the ground, and a lot of anger and resentment from certain sectarian groups inside of Libya. In the absence of that, in the absence of like Kurds and the Balochis and the Sunnis living in Iran and some of the Persians or whatever, if they cannot activate these people, there is no way that
We'll
they can
keep
achieve
moving our
regime
governor
change.
in these places while we're putting things.
Which, by the way,
So our
won't even
loyalty
be fucking
increases as
regime
well
change,
as
let's
our
be real.
experience.
There is very little likelihood that a country with a 30% popular, social base is going to turn around.
What's the current
and
research
allow,
speed? Base
all these
15.
other, ethnic
A field
groups
station would
to
increase it by
overtake
quite a
the
bit.
country and like piece it
let's do that.
aside and balkanize it.
The rhetoric that we are hearing from Iran's new supreme leader is quite similar to his
Our
father's
income is much higher
rhetoric.
now.
Remember, Iran's former supreme leader was taken out in the
Aerial
opening
jelly.
strikes of Operation Epic Fury when this war began. And in those opening strikes, Mujtaba Khamenei's wife, mother, and one son
YMC
were also
conquers
killed.
Istanbul. Oh shit,
Again, the
YMC is
latest
at war
remarks,
with
though,
the
that we are getting
Waxen
from the
forward.
Supreme leader via state media, and we are quoting Reuters here, indicate that he will continue ordering the attacks on U.S. bases in the region and continue efforts to close the Strait of Hormuz.
We could attack
Bill
someone,
Davis.
As you
meanwhile.
pointed out, Iran's new supreme leader said that Iran has, quote, warm relations with Gulf countries. I'm
Let's
curious, how do you
save,
think those Gulf countries are going to react to hearing that, considering
on
Iran
this
is
one.
droning and missiling them every day?
And see if we can send this fleet
Yeah, I've been
to
speaking with Gulf
defeat the
leadership
aerial
and
jelly.
sources over the past 2 weeks, and I would not describe the current relations as
It will
warm
take them a
between these two
while to come
countries.
back, so let's
only
actually not do
Qatar,
that.
but the UAE,
And
Kuwait,
then again,
Bahrain
screw
have
it,
all
we'll
come
do it.
under Iranian
We'll send them.
ballistic missile and drone
See
fire
what
in
happens.
recent days. And while the Iranians have attacked U.S. bases in the region, they have also attacked civilian infrastructure and energy infrastructure, including Omani energy infrastructure. We showed you those images.
Okay, I
earlier
hope
this
that our
hour
ship can fly
of
higher than
an
the
oil
enemy
storage
ship.
facility in Oman burning as a result of an Iranian.
Right,
I
start.
don't know how we can say that all of Iran's attacks have been meticulously planned due to the scarcity when they've shot 2 rockets into Turkey, drones into
Oh, shit.
Azerbaijan, and hit things like the Kuwaiti Ministry of Social Services. It's just more messy than Khamenei or we are suggesting. No, of course. That's what... I'm not saying it's fucking 100% precise.
Hopefully we
I'm
have
simply
the
saying that if you look at
advantage on
two
this
countries
giant
that
jellyfish
actually have
thingy.
precise targeting capabilities that have still double tapped a fucking school in comparison to the death toll, the civilian
And
casualties
let's have them
from the
move over
IDF side
here.
and the American side, Iran is 100%
Nice, it can't quite reach us. Oh shit.
by a
Never
code
mind, that might be
conduct
changing.
that is infinitely closer
Oh shit,
to the
it is hitting us.
rules of war, okay? That's all I'm saying. Of course they're
Oh,
not fucking fully
it hitting us
following
actually is
it.
giving us some altitude.
Virtually impossible. It's not a defense of what they're doing anyway.
You can see the
There
people
is a
running around in the
reason
ship.
why in the first first couple of days, everyone was like, why are they hitting these hotels? What the fuck's going on? They stopped asking those questions, if you recall. If you noticed, they stopped asking those questions.
Oh shit!
Kuwait,
It collided with us.
7 soldiers that were killed in Kuwait were killed.
Hassan is still big. Oh,
in
oops,
a
sorry guys.
targeting operation that actually slammed a civilian
Shit.
port.
There you go. Fixed.
They blew
Thank
up
you
a
for letting me
civilian
know.
port in Kuwait. Why did they blow up a civilian port in Kuwait?
It's a little
Civilian
unfortunate.
infrastructure. Well, it turns out
You guys missed the start of the engagement. Dang. Oh shit, we got
This
it.
is literally what Israel
Nice.
projects all the time. Whenever they say, "Oh,
That should give us some type
Hamas
of
is
cool
hiding under
reward.
hospitals.
The
Hamas
ship
is hiding
didn't
under,
take that much
you know,
damage.
civilian
3
infrastructure. We have to
reputation.
blow
Okay,
up
that's
the
not
civilian
ideal.
infrastructure." Well, in this case, like they literally were there. They died in a container that was in the middle of a fucking civilian port. Yeah, probably my initial statement was just saying how many.
Oh yeah, okay. Diplomatic offer from Blimpsburg. They're the ones. Where are they? They're over there. Defensive pact trade treaty, and we received some money. Counter offer.
They also suggested that they might hit the bank.
Oh, they can't even afford that.
Because the
Uh,
enemy is going up the escalation ladder and hitting oil refineries like Israel did. Then Iran retaliates by striking oil refineries, right?
I'd rather have a
If
research
Israel
treaty.
and America starts hitting banks like they did, then Iran says we might actually hit banks.
All right, let's
We might
make
hit
that
banks
offer.
in the GCC. Okay.
Koriko wants a trade treaty. Where's Koriko? Over there. Yeah, we're probably gonna attack this place anyways, Waxen Fort, or what are they called?
Americans are
WMC?
bazookaing apartments near my parents, bro. Yeah.
Right, our income is quite good now.
So hitting banks in the GCC, they have.
There you go. Our
not
ship can now fly
done
back.
so, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh
so
shit,
far.
Ulfar just attacked WMC. Oh shit, and they conquered it?
Like,
Uh-oh, that's
the
not good for
reality
WMC.
is- The reality is, if America was a
Okay, let's
regional
repair this
actor,
ship,
if America,
which will
the
also
United
increase
States of America
our,
was where Turkey is,
stuff
for
for a bit.
example, I'm sure that they would be targeting, American
Alright,
installations.
put
In wherever Turkey is.
put her
If America
here
was where
and build
Turkey is right now, they'd be hitting
a
fucking
fuel
banks in
station to
America.
increase us
But
research speed even
The
more.
reason why they can't do that and they're hitting the
Right.
GCC,
We want to
is
build a
because
ship.
That's within reach.
We'll build the ship on Ark.
That's it.
Drone attack. And remember, Oman was the mediator in the negotiations that were taking place earlier this year, indirectly between the Americans and the Iranians.
Have some patience, I saw that later. Don't worry, no reason, don't apologize for that. I deny your apologies. Do not worry about that at all. What's it called? Thank you for letting me know.
Against Gulf countries do continue.
Trey, yesterday, even on the 5, we were saying, is there proof of life that we could get that
This is a
guy
very
is
cool game,
still
very
alive?
underrated.
There are reports also that he
Alright.
was injured. Do you know anything more about that?
We built a second ship.
Official in recent days who indicated Mojtaba Khamenei is injured. They downplayed the
Right,
reports,
we
though, that
could
he was
attack,
critically injured, saying that he was
oh
injured
shit,
in
she's
one
old and
strike.
blind in one eye, but she makes the best firearms in the world. Master Gunsmith, if we get an M, we can get that. Let's send a spy here, so we know how big of a fleet that WMC, or formerly WMC, used to have.
Iran and Russia has done this at times too. They have
Let's declare war,
accidentally blown up shit
WMC.
that they didn't
Oh shit, we
intend
should
to
also
blow
have
up.
made a save.
Okay.
Oopsie.
This is not.
We'll make the
But
save
just
as
because
save
they're
3.
saying that they didn't do this, and just because they're denying it doesn't mean that that's actually
Over
okay?
here, we'll
There could have
build
been a rogue element within the IRGC.
a market.
This is a likelihood.
I don't know
especially
what happened.
with the
So
current
she's gonna
limitations that
upgrade
they
it
have in terms of centralized
soonish.
command. In the Mosaic defense structure, you can have a rogue.
That best work is really hated by your
IRGC
citizen, and this
striker
line is not
decide
overturned.
to fucking blow up the Omani refinery.
Let's
Okay? It can
apologize.
happen.
Minus 1 reputation, plus 1
miss-
reputation for Oracle.
Okay.
Okay, whatever.
You know. So
Okay,
we don't know.
can we have a
don't
look
know
at this
yet.
place before we
there will be
attack?
more investigations that will be conducted.
Oh! Automatic
in the upcoming
combat
days, and we'll have
resolution
more
victory.
information.
Yeah, let's
Having
accept
said
that. No
that-
reason to get our
having
ships
said that,
damaged.
As far as like
Let's
the
do
weight
a
of
gentle
those
takeover.
statements from the Iranian side, the only one that I definitely don't think was like a misinput and actually was most likely a psyop would be the Omani one, because as far
There you
as
go.
all of the regional
Disconnect from
actors goes,
capsule. plus 25,
Azerbaijan,
you know, thingy.
Azeri airspace is being utilized.
Okay, let's
by
look at the
Israeli
city,
fighter
because
jets,
when we
right?
look at the city, we'll also be able to see them in ships.
They're
Right, from
entering
what I
the,
can see from
Iranian
these ships,
airfields
they just
by
have
way of
rifles or
Azerbaijan.
something, so they're
There's
not
also
really a
American
threat.
bases in Turkey. So like that one does make sense as far as like whether it's a rogue actor or whether it's like Iran deliberately doing
Let's
it. just
also
to, like, create
capture
chaos or whatever.
Isenma.
But the
A
Omani
new
one
age
is the
dawns.
one that makes the
More
least
research,
sense.
more unrest, and more
That's why
spice.
when I as far as
Building a garrison, yeah, okay.
the strikes that have taken place,
We
that,
can't
like,
really
don't
build a
make lot of
garrison here right
sense,
now.
Or expanding the theater of war for
Automatic combat resolution
Iran.
victory,
The
easy
Oman
peasy.
one is the
Gentle
Oman one is
takeover.
the one that I
There we go.
consider to be the strangest one.
Okay.
Especially because
Let's
out of
make
all the
another
GCC
save.
states, like Oman is the one that
And let's
is
send
the
another.
closest to
Let's send a
Iran,
spy
even
here in
closer
Vaxenford forward as well.
Qatar is, and Qatar has a fucking
Because
gas field.
if
that
we
they share
capture
with
Vaxenford and
Iran,
Hadwick,
okay?
then we'll have a connection to our capital, the Empire.
That's the reason
Name,
why people
great.
say like Qatar is the number one
Cream name,
Israel in the
city.
region, that kind of thing, right?
And once we have that,
Strikes of Operation Epic Fury against his wife, his father,
yeah.
of course, and
Once we have
one
that,
son. As we know,
the
Also,
unrest,
Oman-
then
the
minus
Omani
25
people are
unrest,
Yeah,
plus
and to that
25
vein,
unrest
I would say
from
you
being
mentioned-
disconnected from a
It would
capital will
not
not
be
affect
very
them
chill.
anymore,
It would not be
nor
very
Isenmar.
money of Iran to strike Oman like
Heavily
that,
pillaged.
especially
Ah, that
considering how
sucks.
fucking chill they
Diplomatic
are.
got from Wormsea
Like, how
Truce and we received
unimaginably
100.
chill. I mean, dude, look at this.
Sorry, not sorry, mate. Not
Like,
interested.
Even from the fucking photo.
Okay.
Cool as a goddamn cucumber.
Why is Pam
The
Bunny
Oman
allowed to live in
oil
military
fields
housing due to
are
threats
weird.
while the dogs
Also,
Epstein Wixom don't get shit? Yeah, no,
Turkey
it's
was almost
that is
definitely
insane.
not been used to
Automatic
attack
combat
Iran.
result
Also,
defeat.
Omanis are chillers through and through. Yes, they
But
are
no one will get losses.
They're vibe
Don't be
matching
silly game.
us.
We'll fight this.
E-Rob phase. Okay.
We can switch it to outside view if you want, but we don't really want that. We want to see the insides of our ships.
Oman says war on
Look at
Iran
the
is meant to
lights, it
block a
looks so
Palestinian
cool.
state and reshape the Middle East. Foreign Minister Saeed Badr al-Busaidi
Alright,
said
start.
the real objective of the war is to weaken Iran,
So,
reshape the region,
we want to
and push
move the
normalization
ship
agenda, including efforts to prevent
above the
establishment of a
enemies.
Palestinian state. True. He said Oman
want to
will
move
not
this
join the board
ship.
of peace and will not normalize relations with Israel. True. Al-Busaidi warned the U.S. and Israeli attacks on Iran are a part of a dangerous chain of violations that can undermine the legal framework that has provided regional stability for decades.
And want the ship to aim carefully.
He said Iran is not the only target, adding there is a broader plan targeting the region, and Iran is not the only target. Many regional actors are aware of this, but they are that aligning with the United States may push it to revise its decisions and policies. Oman is seeking to stop the war and return to diplomacy, warning the conflict could drive higher oil prices and major supply chain disruptions globally. Al-Busaidi said the war may end soon, but called for reconsidering Gulf security strategies and preparing for the worst-case scenarios. Remarks were made to editors of several Omani newspapers and highlighted by analyst Rami Khoury. This also is
The bombs do a lot of damage, but they don't have the greatest of range. Oh shit, that shit was on fire. That's not very good for them. That's very bad for them, in fact.
Either step out of line within the GCC, or even statements that objectively side with Iran. Like
Oof, those are some strong hits. And they move directly.
Oman is
over to our ship. Oh shit, they.
So for them to come out,
Right, move this.
for them to come out and not
Oh, we killed a lot of enemies there.
after they've been fucking struck by what the Western media is calling Iranian strikes is a pretty solid indication of where the Gulf states might actually lean once this bout of conflict ends.
Oh shit, we destroyed that.
Do you
Damn.
understand? Does Oman have a U.S. base? I didn't realize that Oman had a base that has some U.S. troops in it, but it's like
How's the sound? I think should I turn down the sound a little bit?
like Oman is the Gulf the Gulf critical.
So let's have the
most
music.
critical of the Gulf.
The most critical of the
This is
Gulf.
Oman putting on a black t-shirt and saying the Gulf situation is crazy. Okay? Oman is not neutral. I recognize what they're doing. Yeah, this is them kind of dropping neutrality a little bit.
Will this ship even be able to reload itself?
The Gulf situation is crazy.
Okay, that ship is completely on fire. I don't think it's gonna recover. So we can just move over here.
Anyway.
That ship has been
Oman
destroyed.
decided that they didn't have to be Sunni or Shia, but a secret third thing.
True. The Omanis are just going Ibadi.
It's like to be a minority in the
W.
region as well. Yeah. They're chillers. Anyway.
You there? Oh shit.
Qatar is Asmin? Fuck no. That's not true. No. I would
Okay,
say Dubai
focus on
is Asmin
shooting.
gold.
Yeah.
Except Dubai showers more and has like a more has a more appealing shine
You there?
to all
Just
the cryptocurrency
move over
perverts
here.
and pedophiles alike.
Oh, are you out of ammo? Oh shit.
Just
That's
like
not ideal. Okay. Oh shit, shit,
worm-like
shit.
individuals that fucking behave like Littlefinger, where they're just like, oh yeah, well we're a Muslim country, but also Islamophobia. The real enemy is Muslims. The real enemy is Muslims. Let's go and purchase
Okay, this
every
ship
fucking
is out of
right-wing,
ammo.
white supremacist, anti-Islam actor in Europe and in America. Anyway, you don't have to worry about that any longer anyway.
Oh shit, we set down
seems to
fire.
me
Nice.
Like, yeah. Qatar is Dr. Jihad. No, Qatar is more like Ludwig.
It's more like
Spiritually,
Ludwig.
they're on the right side, but they can hit a coworker take every now and then where you're like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Come on, we just need to kill the propulsion of this ship. Wait, are we out of ammo? Okay, right. Co-worker Qatar. Yeah. Okay,
Anyway,
I think we should
Not
flee.
going to the funeral.
Yeah, let's exit combat.
Unlike
So we surrendered.
Chudwig,
Select
I think
destination
Qatar would
to
go to the
fly to.
funeral,
They'll
but
fly
that's
back
different.
to. They will limp back
That's
to
a different
Ismar, and that will be fine. Another foreign expedition.
Hospitality, brother. There's
Do we
not a
want
very high
this
likelihood
offer
that I do that
of
anytime
truce?
soon, okay, maybe once the region cools down.
Receive submission.
Yeah,
Must
we
make
don't
sense
have
in
to
state of
worry
peace
about
after
Dubai
1
any
year,
longer,
breaking it to
though,
cost 5
because
rotation.
it
Can we
kinda
wait
feels like
1
the
year
idea
for
of
peace?
Dubai has been
We can
successfully
demand
killed.
tribute. We can demand a lot
Dubai
of
is
stuff from them.
finished. Expats say they will leave and never come back as tax-free dream is shattered by war and officials begin prosecuting people for posting videos of missiles. So, a lot of people don't realize that like there is
Gaining
this
3
shine,
reputation would be
there is
nice.
this patina in the Gulf. That
But
these are,
no,
like,
we need to continue this war. We need to get this. Let's fund the expedition.
that have
Check the truce.
nations that have like
And they immediately want more money for the expedition.
Western aligned, all this stuff.
You know
They don't
what?
realize that, like,
We'll give them the money.
Dubai,
And
for
hope
example, in the
we better
UAE,
get something out of it.
you literally
Nest
cannot
cleared.
criticize
Magic
this
Duel
state of
lost, and then you
fucking
guys like
Israel.
dead and
And
blast
they're
all your work
shocked
for
when they
nothing.
find out. You can't criticize Dubai,
That's
You
annoying.
can't criticize the UAE, and you cannot criticize the state of Israel in fucking the UAE. Okay, a lot of people might not have known that until recently, and they are finding out in perhaps the
You can
worst
send
ways
Artem
possible,
a
where Dubai
an
is
ultimatum
quite
demanding tribute.
literally-
Ooh.
Dubai is quite literally prosecuting people.
Diplomatic
who
offer
have
from
filmed
Max
the
and
strikes.
Forward. They want trade. No. We want to declare war on them.
So all these expats that are massively consequential for the Gulf states because not only
Artem,
for like tax evasion purposes,
diplomacy,
not even for
make
foreign
ultimatum.
capital flowing into the country, but these are the guys that also operate like the oil rigs, the refineries, the ones that control like.
Oh shit,
the
we can
IT
just
and shit, because
we can demand
let's
the
be
research
real,
treaty and tribute. Can we
let's
also
be
demand the
real,
city?
Okay.
Because that would be
For
useful.
many of these people,
Okay, no, we can't
for
get a
many of
city.
the people
Oh
that
well.
live there, okay, the nationals.
But we can
are,
get tribute and research
They
treaty.
don't do a lot of this work, okay? The nationals don't do a lot of this work, and the immigrant workers don't do this work either. It's the expats that do this work. Like the people that
Receive
work
submission.
in these companies in the oil refineries that know how this shit know how this shit ticks. If they
Hashtag by
leave,
development of scientific method. Josephine Schureback is available for recruitment. Ooh.
it's, and for the record, it's been that way
Minus
for
15
years, right?
unrest in city,
Like
plus
both in Saudi
50%
Arabia,
research
both in
city,
Dubai, even in
and
places
minus
like
20%
Qatar.
upgrade costs in city.
Like,
Yes, please.
There are the expats that live there, the immigrants that live there
Hire her.
that also need, you know, English-speaking Westerners.
Let's put
to
her
educate their
here
children.
and build a university.
Stop sucking Iran's dick, Hassan. I like that we just do the same thing over and over again. We're constantly in a state of like.
Let's put Anna
people
Marie
coming in
here and build
saying that
a
about Hamas
market.
for the last 2 years, only to then agree with me. And this time now,
Let's make-
in this new conflict, in this
let's
new iteration
continue
of the same
saving.
fucking conflict, if you want to think about it that way. Now
Action was
it's
acceded to
stop
demands,
sucking
receive
Iran's
tribute,
dick,
research
only
treaty,
to
and
inevitably
submission.
arrive at the
Nice.
same conclusion once again. Do you not get bored? Do you not get bored of being professionally on the wrong side of everything? At a certain point, you have to feel a sense of shame, right? Same exact arguments, same exact bullshit.
Qatar is Ludwig, who is Iran. Hassan.
Yeah, this is what I saw as well. Israeli army, no, you can't destroy Hamas. Hamas is an idea, and an idea cannot be killed. IRGC, we are going to kill the idea of Dubai. Done in 2 weeks. I think that's the difference between Saudis and Iranians. Saudis are
shit.
fat fuck slop
I forgot, I
capable
bought
of working
peanut
to restore the
crisps
sovereignty and dignity of the U.S. to work
in the
for
Asian
them.
mini
Iranians are
market.
educated and capable of doing work, so they refuse our foreign capital.
Can I have one of those?
I mean, we're getting into like a crazy analysis here, okay? America has also dominated Saudi Arabia. Western interests have dominated Saudi Arabia. Iran has always refused that kind of Western domination and wanted to be treated as like equal actors. Okay, stop orientalizing these people.
Bon appetit, thank you.
Even if the results suggest
Bon appetit.
what your assessment is.
Open here.
The reason
How am I to open here? You haven't really shown anything.
How these countries
You've not done it. You've just like made an arrow here. You're not really shown how to open it there.
Refused, they got,
Oh, here it is.
regime change.
On the opposite side of where it said open there.
Iranians, on the other hand, had a successful revolution.
Compensation a few times, that we are going to get compensated, however that looks like, from the aggressors, in this case, you know, the United States and Israel. He also said something very interesting that I was reading along in Farsi. He said, we are going to open other fronts if need be. And what
Trump
does
is
that
live
mean?
again?
Is that
Oh
the
my
front,
God, my king, my president is live. Oh my God, my president and the first lady is live.
Incredible women.
They're doing Women's History Month.
The strength of America is closely tied to the role women play in shaping their...
Iran is still capitalist. Same with South Africa. It's just the difference is they're anti-imperialist. It's true, exactly. But it's like Hamas. It's like saying Hamas is not a fucking, communist formation. It doesn't fucking matter. Their goals are sovereignty and dignity for their people, okay? It's understandable emancipatory desire that they're following.
Oh, we're gonna award medals to the ships. Oh shit.
Yes, that's how she sounds. You guys didn't watch the Melania documentary?
to balance career ambition and family. We all know...
Wait, that's Melania?
It kind of feels like you guys didn't
It's
watch
been
the
so long
critically
since I last
acclaimed
heard. This is the first time I heard
Melania
hear Ivanka speak. Do you mean Melania?
Now more than ever before. As a visionary, I know success.
95% of skilled labor in GC is foreign workers. They're actually cooked. That's not true. This is the only case in Qatar and the UAE. KSA has enough of a population to fill most of these positions. Not the same for Qatar and the UAE. Oman and Bahrain are not developed enough to have those industries, for example.
Passion, listen to my instinct, and always maintain a laser focus.
Let's get free trade.
In solitude, my creative mind dances, filling my imagination with originality. Attention to
What is she saying?
demanding schedules and multitasking everyday realities.
Dude, get ready for the sweatiest reactionaries. The sweatiest fucking reactionaries being like, "Oh, you're making fun of an
Have these
immigrant,
ships
dude.
gotten their ammo? Vax and
You're
Ford
making
wants an
fun of an
immigration pact,
immigrant woman.
and I'll
Oh,
get
what
submission.
happened to
No.
woke? Well, suck my dick. That's what happened.
Served as a producer, managed post-production, and activated the marketing campaign. Curiosity is a core value that keeps me ahead of the curve.
How is the automatic resolution defeat?
Opening doors.
Silly game.
Ideas and industry that
We have fully regained
overlooked.
our ammo, so
This unrestricted mindset has led me to build across very different sectors: fashion, digital assets, publishing, accessories, skincare, commercial television, and of course, filmmaking.
oh shit.
The lessons,
This is for international. This is the Women's History Month event.
such as how to build a brand, create superior product design, and activate an advertising campaign, remains just as
You are
relevant
not
today.
ready.
Markets evolve, technologies change.
You do
but
not
the
understand
fundamentals
a girl
of
boss
thoughtful
queen.
leadership and continuous learning are
Yeah,
everlasting.
she's honoring herself for Girl Boss Women's Month, which is awesome.
Entrepreneurs and future leaders, make time for yourself, educate yourself daily, and spread your passion.
Good
Be
grief, we are
courageous,
destroying
take
them.
risks. Advance your profession.
There's nothing funnier to me than a white nativist movement that is shepherded by two people with, like, not white American wives. For the record, JD Vance's wife is Indian. These guys are supposed to be Nazis, okay? They're supposed to care about, like, legacy Americans, but they don't give a shit about it at all. And same with Donald Trump. Like, Donald Trump's wife is like a
We
visible
revealed their,
immigrant, okay? She is visibly an immigrant.
Yeah, what do you call it?
It's so funny that these guys don't even have a principled stance on white supremacy.
The suspendium chamber? Oh. That ship is very dead. That ship is so dead.
Very much.
And they've surrendered.
Can you
Excellent.
believe this?
Gentle
Can you
takeover.
believe it? That wasn't supposed to happen. We were supposed to have a nice, normal life. But she's terrific and big success. And I think it was #1 last night streaming.
Cool.
It went on streaming last night. It was #1. So I don't know. Maybe she's getting a little too big for the White House. We'll have to think.
Trade treaties. Research treaties.
Anyway, thank you.
Oh
honey.
my God!
Tribute
Something.
alliances.
Fucking awesome.
Nice.
Really congratulate
I really like the
you.
map modes.
This is look.
Melania,
I will
my
say
bad.
also,
So
this
good.
is very third world. Okay, like this right here is aesthetically very third world. To have like to set up like all of these like transparently corrupt schemes to give.
Let's have a look at this
side
city.
deals for your immediate
The fort
friends and
has-
family, and to just be like, my wife.
Not very
she's
strong
a movie
defenders.
star. This
Defenses.
is the full Turkification
But
of
fairly
America.
strong defenses nonetheless.
Straight up, Turkey was the method, okay? I never thought I would see the fucking day where not the first country that I've, lived in and existed, but now the second country that I've lived in and existed in for almost half my fucking life.
Checked by
has
random chance,
basically turned into Turkey.
Zuzugaud is available for recruitment.
It's incredible.
Minus some crucibility, minus 100% flammability, and scavenger after getting amount of supply relative to the value of destroyed enemy ships.
Doing very well. Our military is unsurpassed. There's never been anything like it. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And we're doing what has to be done. Should have been done during a 47-year period. Could have been done by a lot of different people. They chose not to do it.
We could hire them, but don't really have a need to.
And hate.
The game is telling us to declare war on where? Ulthar. Where's
We're honored
Ulthar?
to be joined by
Oh, here.
many extraordinary ladies, working moms, and amazing women who are.
Bekle, Amerika'da ekmek 500 lira olacak amına koyayım.
I want to thank Second Lady Usha Vance, who's a fantastic person. Where is Usha? Usha?
Amerikalılar pilav üstü döner 500 lira olduğu zaman anlayacaklar Türkiye'nin yaşadığı
Usha Vance, where are you? Thank you.
You have been
Very cool woman.
a lot of women. Usha, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, since we have this one, double musk and rifle accuracy,
The youngest and perhaps
we
the
could
best
make something.
White
Oh, what
House
the shit is that? The
press
Queen Crew.
secretary
That looks
in
sick.
history. Caroline, where's Caroline? Doing a fantastic job.
That's a very cool looking
She
ship.
keeps me straight. She
Uh,
keeps me,
land
"No,
ship.
sir, you
I want to
can't do
thank
that."
I want to thank Jeffrey Epstein, R.I.P. Rest in peace to Jeffrey. He introduced me to my beautiful wife.
Let's have a look at it.
R.I.P. to Jeffrey Epstein. He was a good guy.
A very cool design.
Misunderstood
In terms of
by many.
effectiveness,
Got some
I don't
big
think this
things
ship
in
is very
store.
strong at
Doing a
all. It
great
only
job,
has a
Kelly.
catapult, from what I can tell.
Labor
Really cool
Secretary
design of
Laurie
the
Chavez
of the
Thank
you know
Laurie.
of the land
Thank you
ship,
very much.
but very low functionality. Good
Senator
grief.
Cindy Hyde-Smith, who just
This, by the way,
Only
also
has a catapult and
showcases
probably
the
very expensive to
hollow-
run.
The hollowed out, very shallow nature of aesthetics focused identity politics, right? Because Donald Trump does have a lot of high powered women in his cabinet. Okay? So this once again proves white feminism.
So let's design
can
another
be
ship.
used as a reactionary ideology, and oftentimes is a reactionary ideology. This shows once again that fascists can always utilize the same.
What's the damage
standpoint
of these?
epistemology
70s
to get
piercing
their
damage,
goals
good grief.
across, that reactionaries can
Armor
always
types,
utilize the
brick
exact
wall,
same
stone wall.
identity markers. Time and
It's
time
probably got
again,
what
you
we
have to
got
be
what
more
we're going to
fucking woke than
face.
this, okay? That's it. This right here is a perfect.
We might make a
indication
ground
of
ship.
Pink washing.
Let's make it a land ship.
And, a totally shallow
Specifically
understanding of
for-
what identity politics is
We're gonna
supposed
make a
to,
land ship
suggest.
specifically for besieging
It's
this enemy
also one
settlement.
that, let's be real.
Let's make that
centrist
while
liberals have
we listen to our
deployed
son
against their left flank over and over again. And the
roast
same goes for now Republicans doing this against
the
the rest
Americans,
of the country.
the American wankers.
Thank you.
From the
Friend
get-go,
of
from what I can
mine,
tell,
a
things are
very
cheaper.
talented person too, very smart, Victoria Sparks. We argue, but we always come to the same place. Doing a good job. And
What's
of
the
course,
difference between
Kellyanne
large engine and
Conway.
large
Has anyone
track?
ever heard of her? She's fantastic.
Large
She's in there
tracks are
fighting.
more
Look at all the
heavy,
women. Look at all the
Kellyanne, a
women
man,
in
a friend
positions
of
of
mine
power
said,
doing
but they
the-
do increase the
Kellyanne,
HP.
doing the bidding of the patriarchy, doing the bidding of fascism, doing the bidding of like some of the most reactionary movements out there.
Oh, with the media, it's one of those things. But thank you, Kellyanne. And also, I want to thank the New
large
York Stock
tracks.
Exchange and the person who is so instrumental in its great success, Lynn Martin.
Yeah,
Thank
one
you
of the
very
most
much, Lynn. Great.
exaggerated versions of this, of course, is, and this is a correct assessment here, I genuinely think part of the reason dark woke is thriving is because Israel commits genocides and kills children without second thought while simultaneously doing this corporate feminism nonsense.
As a woman صوتكن قوة وصمودكن رسالة وأملكن نحو غد أفضل.
روز جهانی زن را به خواهران شجاع در
Disgusting.
اسرائیل و ایران تقدیم
Very disgusting.
که با قدرت در خط
What are they saying?
اول
On the front
دفاع
line of
برای
defense for their
کشورشان
country.
ایستاده‌اند.
I'm not here to
I'm
watch
not here
it
to watch.
from
Oh, okay,
afar.
that's in
I'm
English.
here to build it. يوم المرأة سعيد.
روز
Disgusting.
جهانی زن
Happy Women's Day from the most brutal women
There you go.
assaulters
That's
and
it.
murderers
When-
in the
when
world that we know
conflict is
of.
worsened to this degree, even people who are like well-intentioned liberals
From
who
yours
have
truly,
thought
the
that only way
IOF,
to
in case you hadn't
demonstrate
guessed
their
from what I
good
just said
politics and
earlier.
their morality is through shallow identity, realize that there is a major problem there, that
Right.
some of these people that are committing these atrocities can also adorn themselves with this like totally ridiculous progressive veneer. Okay? It's just aesthetics at that point. It does you have to look at form and you have to look at function. But many liberals, unfortunately, only look at form and never look at function. And if that's what you do, if that's your analysis as well, this is unfortunately a big
Okay, we
it's a
don't need
massive
these
blind spot of
tracks.
liberalism.
Propulsion-wise, we just need
Feminism
some
as
regular
a- as
tracks.
a,
I think that'll be
tool
fine.
of propaganda without intersectionality, right? Feminism is a tool for reactionary opinions like this, a marketing tool for those who are committing heinous crimes, right? Margaret Thatcher being the girl boss spokesperson of white feminism, for example. Like when you lean into that,
Come on, crew.
when you lean
Crew
into that,
recorders.
You can get duped easily.
Crew,
But
actually,
because those
how many
people,
crew do we
those
need?
very
Min crew
same people
5.
that are committing these heinous
Command is
atrocities are
12.
the ones who are
So
also
we
trying
want
to
crew
market themselves
quarters.
as like beacons of feminism. All of a sudden, people go, wait a minute, what the fuck? What do you mean girl boss female pilot? Like, the girl boss female pilot is killing women on the ground with their bombs. Why the fuck should I actually care about the female representation in this circumstance? Who gives a fuck? Right?
With another one
And
of
yes, that is
those.
part of
It's
the reason
bloody
why I think,
coastal.
Woke 2.0, although we joke about it, doesn't lean into the same like aesthetic emphasis as Woke 1.0 certainly did. It was the bread and butter of Woke 1.0. Resistance liberalism really leaned heavily into these aesthetic markers, like, oh, you're coming after a woman. This
Coastal, let's
predisposition
put
that
it a
we
little
have
bit away
towards
from the other
standpoint
stuff.
epistemology, constantly leaning into
Fire
diaspora
point,
populations that might have
repair bay.
incredibly reactionary perspectives, people that are justifying imperialism, people that are justifying endless bloodshed.
Waitress in Hendersonville, North Carolina, great place.
I feel nobody would
And thanks
nobody
to
would
the
complain
one
about
big,
being
beautiful bill,
being underrepresented in the
she got a
IOF.
Big, beautiful tax
I
refund
mean,
of
I don't know.
$4,000
I feel like
this
maybe
year, which you didn't expect.
there might be some genocidal
And
girl
Heather,
bosses.
please come up and tell us how excited you are to receive that. Come on up, Heather. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here today. I have been a waitress for over 20 years, and a lot of the people I've seen come and go in the industry are single moms, and they work hard.
And they're
the hardest working people I know.
They
And then
love fighting for oil in Iran. And they say, am Israel high? And I'm here to tell you that we are very happy with the tax cuts that we are receiving, even though the price of an oil barrel is going to be $200 next week. All of that is worth it.
We need more
I
crew.
am a working class woman, and I say I love Donald Trump. He is my president. He has my back. Please believe me.
Make a crow's nest.
Also with us is Nora Pruitt, a proud mom of 7 and a sheet metal worker from
7?
Baltimore, Maryland. She's
You
Good
must
grief.
understand, all of this is specifically designed so that when someone like myself comes out and says, oh, what the fuck is this? This is just pure propaganda. Who gives a shit, right? They turn around and say, oh, you must hate women. And you have to be strong when that happens, because that is an inevitability, because that is the reason why they've designed this propaganda, right?
Okay. The sign of this
And when
ship is
that
a little bit
happens,
silly.
and when people push back,
but it's
be
fine.
strong. Be strong and say, what do you think the real problem is here? The fact that, women are being
A little bit
recognized,
silly.
or
Lord
the
rag.
fact that women are being used for propaganda for an objectively unpopular president that does not give a shit about women.
Okay, with great match. I got a huge promotion to set up a wire forming machine. We only use USA steel and we only make in the USA. With the big beautiful bill, we were able to buy one of the most expensive tools our factory's ever bought. Within that, it totally changed our lives. We were able to buy a 5-bedroom home on an acre of land. I just want to tell you thank you so much.
Well, good job. That's so cool. W, so worth it to make propaganda for that wanker.
wow.
Wow.
That's pretty good, huh?
Huh?
So we have another person that I'm going to introduce. They said, you mind bringing up 5 people? I said, not really, but it's a lot. Then I looked at him and I said, how about some more like that? We want more. But thank you. It's great. Great job you did. Another working mom.
Wow, very
benefiting
cool.
from our
Love our girl
Woman
bosses.
is capable of purchasing a fucking
Love my
land
girl
at
bosses.
all. Or purchasing a home at all. It's like, wow.
I mean, if it keeps her family fam, I don't blame her. I mean, they don't need to, like, go up there.
Better, Pam. I say, sir, that's not the exact. I said, don't
I
worry
think I'm
about
completely
it. It'll be
fine
just fine. Great big
not
beautiful
going
bill,
up
'cause
there.
That's what it is. And the $12 billion
I
in
don't
farm
think
relief
they're being
we
paid for
issued
going up there.
using,
Serial rapist and a serial pedophile. Does anyone actually believe this shit? No. This is only just to reinforce the true believers. This is not going to convert the non-believers, right? This doesn't convert the non-believers at all. This only reinforces and reaffirms the true believers, right? And then it causes the true believers to like lean into this kind of propaganda, to go to people like ourselves, go to people like myself, go to people like yourself to say, see, the president loves women. You called him a rapist, but he loves women. How dare you talk shit about my beautiful president? Like, that's it. It's just for the cult.
Wow, this landship looks very silly.
Hi, my daughter June had to join me. She was not one to stay. As a second generation, wife of a second generation.
Where do the true believers go after Trump? It's going to be fucking awesome. Okay? It's going to be amazing to watch. Oh, what a sight to behold that will be when every single vulture in the aftermath of Charlie Kirk's assassination, just like every single vulture in the conservative media ecosystem, started fighting against one another and battle lines were drawn. Imagine that happening on the national scale. Okay? You will have hardliners. You will have those who lean into the isolationist side, the anti-Israel side. They will go to Tucker. I think Tucker is spiritually the best person to basically be the leader of the MAGA movement, but the establishment Republicans will not allow that to happen, and there
Let's
will be
do some decorations.
Elite techno billionaire, techno feudalists that will want JD Vance to carry the torch. The neocons will want Marco Rubio, and they'll all fight amongst one another.
W.
It
Inshallah.
will be glorious.
Were being lost all over the country. They were being taken away from the banks. And we ended the death tax. We ended it for the farmers, for manufacturers, and small businesses. So you're not going to be losing your farms anymore.
Locust is a pretty cool name.
It's gonna be
Maybe
a long time
I'm
from
thinking
now,
of
many,
like a
many years,
Beetle,
70, 80 years, but it's just going to have no tax to pay. Okay.
calling it the Beetle Mark 1 or something. What do you guys think?
To be fair, that is if we even get there at all, because this country might collapse before we even get there. Let's be real. That is a very real, likely alternative as well.
10 months in a row. Think of that. 10
Oh
months in
right,
a
shit! I
row,
forgot to put
0
flags on the other
illegal
ship.
aliens have been
Dang it!
Admitted to the
Right,
United States.
one tiny pennant and one tiny flag.
Number.
I love having me some flags on the ship.
We've seen the largest decline in murder, in the murder rate, in 125 years. It's back to the year 1900. That's before my father.
Beetle sounds kind of cute.
Like talking about age.
Maybe ground beetle specifically. I don't know.
It was.
Rhinoceros
It was
beetle, beetle, rhino beetle.
125 years, the lowest number of murders. And
We
part of
do
that is
also
what we've
need
done
some
with
more
your
wheels on
department,
it.
Pam, and what we've done with some other departments, and Homeland has been amazing. So many people have worked so hard. You know, Washington, D.C. did not have a great reputation for security and safety, and now, as you know, it's the single, well, let's just say it's real safe. Because somebody's going to have to be very careful with the fake news media. They will say, well, wait a minute, there was a place in Tennessee that was slightly, it's gone from a very dangerous place where a lot of bad things happen to one of the safest cities in the country. You can come here now, and we've had an amazing record. It's been incredible. It's a real turnaround. Likewise, Memphis, Tennessee, a lot of problems. The mayor called, the governor called, and we went out and did a job, and in 3 months, crime is down 74%.
Put a red lantern
even beyond that.
here.
Much beyond that. It was very quick.
Shit, we can't do it
But we
there.
also deployed the
Let's put one
National
here.
Guard to
It's
bring
kind of
back
like a
safety to Memphis and
light on the side, and we'll do a
all these other
light,
places, and they have
a side
done
light
some
over
job.
here.
What great people they are. Our capital is now considered, in fact, here's a stat, the safest capital anywhere
They
in
kind
the
of look
world.
like
How about
eyes,
that?
which I think is quaint.
We went from probably the most unsafe. I think
70
we
to 80
went
years
from the
old, what are you
most
referring to?
unsafe to certainly one of the safest. And here today is an outstanding female law enforcement officer keeping her community safe. Sheriff Michelle Cook from Clay County, Florida. Great place, Florida. Come on up. Michelle grew up in a
Let's put some rivets
military family.
Oh yeah, this
somewhere.
is awesome. This is awesome. The people that are mad at Zoran for doing this like Ramadan thing with influencers. What happened to
Oh,
separation
yeah.
of church and state? Oh right, I forgot. That only applies to Christianity. Brother,
I saw him do that. Dude, that shit is so insane.
what
That,
you are
not
not
insane,
looking
like,
for is
so
secularism. What
awesome.
you are
It's very
looking for
cute.
is laicite, okay? As a Turk, I'm very familiar with laicite and the differences between that and
Laicite?
secularism.
Is that
Secularism
laicite?
is perfectly capable of allowing
Laicite.
demonstrations of faith.
Cite?
Okay.
How do you spell that?
Secularism
Laicite.
totally has room for demonstrations of faith. Okay.
I'm right. Little Tay Z. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for.
What you want is the erasure of Muslims from public existence.
Laicite.
You know, the French method, and in the past, the Turkish method. This is not
Laiklik in Turkish. You know what? We're gonna search that. Maybe that'll help us. Partial calc of laicite. Okay, nice. What is this word? Okay, that's written in a very annoying way. Secularism in France. It's considered France, French community separation of civil society and religious society. It discourages religious involvement in government affairs, especially in determining state policies as well as recognition of state religion. It also forbids government involvement in religious affairs, and especially prohibits government influence in the determination of religion, such that it includes a right to the free exercise of religion. Isn't this the opposite of what France is doing? Isn't that what freedom from religion, like what Atatürk did? Yeah, that is what Hassan is referring to. But what I'm reading here is that, in theory, like at least from this description, it should include the right to free exercise of religion, which is not what they're allowing in France, and not what Turkey did under Atatürk.
Yeah.
Because they were very anti-religion.
Of like atheism in principle, but more often than not is just simply deployed against Islam in Western nations.
Yeah, like it goes from atheist, like state atheism, to state anti-theism, specifically against Muslims. A lot of leftist atheists tend to be anti-theists. Obviously, being an atheist is fine, but a lot of leftists are anti-theists, which is, you know, not very nice.
Thank you, Chatter, for Wikipediaing it. Laicite is the French principle of secularism, formerly established in 1905 law of
We literally just found this.
State neutrality in religious matters, ensuring no religion is recognized, funded, or privileged by the government, while guaranteeing freedom of conscience. It restricts religious displays in public institutions like schools to maintain a neutral common space for all citizens. Okay, that's what it is in theory. Except laicite in action is a burqa ban or a hijab ban, but no such bans that exist for crosses and whatnot. Okay. No, it's not just secularism. Oh my God, r/atheist dipshits are going to laicite was also the foundational principles of the Republic.
I hate this mic. The way I'm moving on this mic is so annoying. I need to get a key for that. A hotkey. That's obnoxious shit. What do you guys think of this design? I think it's quite quaint. It's shaped after a flag. Also, yeah, screw in anti-theism is very toxic, very shitty. I hate anti-theists for obvious reasons, because they are often just, especially because they're often just Islamophobic. Like, I get it. Like, I get if you have like religious trauma and stuff, but that even then, it doesn't really justify you being shitty towards people who are religious, including those of that religion, unless they are genuinely shitty. Like, then that's something else, of course. My aunt is a teacher in Turkey, and she used to wear wigs because she wasn't allowed to wear her headscarf. Dude, that's insane, man. That is so messed up. Like, I don't get how Turks can like Atatürk so much and at the same time be like, bro, Erdogan, we love Erdogan. It's so funny, man. As previous Catholic, I'm Catholic phobic. Like, I get that, but like I assume you don't like just see any Catholic and go like, oh, you're an awful person. Like, you might be like a bit apprehensive, which is understandable, but you don't like just immediately go, oh, all Catholics are evil and cruel, etc. You just like know that a significant part of Catholicism and Catholic culture is very toxic and, you know, problematic, which is very fair. My fear is most of the church, so less so people. Yeah, exactly. Like, that is like completely like super valid, of course.
Then yeah, believe whatever you want to fucking
and I totally get that.
You can practice openly. 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 You can practice openly
Okay, Beetle Mark 1. Should we change the name or anything? We could rename it to the Mortar Beetle or something else. Feel free to give your names or like decoration changes.
Just like any other organization. But as far as a principled stance on freedom of expression and freedom of speech, I am a believer of that, okay?
But when you look at what they did in Venezuela and
Venezuela.
now what they're doing in Iran, it's been amazing. But
let's cover this in metal.
All of this, everybody was saying that this could never be done with the drugs. It could never be done.
It could be the Iron Beetle, maybe.
Term, I was so proud of myself because I was able to cut the drugs 1/4 of a pence. Now this isn't
Spitting Beetle,
good, but I was proud. 28 years, drug costs went up, and it never stopped. Went up, up, up.
I like Iron Beetle. Alright, let's go with Iron Beetle then.
Drugs by 1/4.
I like that too.
And it was like a big deal.
Iron Beetle Mark 1. Let's have a final look at it.
And I had a news conference.
The overlays are decent. The explosive damage is
first time in 28 years.
A little not good.
Drug prices by 80%.
Especially if you can put some kind of metal plow spikes on the front like a Beetlejuice. Ooh, I can do that.
1/4%. I was
let me have a look.
But you know, with experience, you learn. And these are the biggest drug.
Speed is 153 and the cost is 636.
And I think it's going to make a very big difference. All you great Congress
weapons. There we go. Rams.
It's going to make a great. It's going to.
We can put the worm catcher on it.
Anything like it's called Most Favored Nation agreements. I got them with all.
Makes it a little bit more expensive.
And so now instead of paying
but
the highest
not
price
too much.
In the whole world, we're paying the lowest
price. To this ram.
In the whole world. Oh,
Spike ram. I think the worm catcher is like the best one. It also has better weight versus the HP.
It should be the biggest story. I don't get into. Nobody wants to write about it. That's why I talk about it. They don't want to write about it. There was a little story like this in the New York Times. It should have been headlines. I picked up the New York Times. I said to my wife,
let's have a look at the horizontal track.
Big one. This is going to be front pages. I couldn't find the story. I said.
All right, boring. I'm done with this. Let's get back to monitoring the situation.
In Iraq, the Kataib Hezbollah, as we know, they have militias in Iraq. Hezbollah in Lebanon, as it's continuing its attack.
There we go. It has a little bit of a beetle thingy. Oh shit! It actually looks like a face as well. Look at it. And like this is kind of like the jaw, like a detail. This supply hatch.
Tells us a lot, and having covered.
That's a really good suggestion, Kitty. Like, look, it looks great.
Had no undertone of peace negotiation, but rather we're going in full
Do
force.
We want it to be the red color
that they're not going to
gold color.
Down. I can tell you again from the
or maybe even green.
Message that this is the IRGC and the Sepah of Iran speaking. There's no sense.
It could also be sable.
Any pragmatic narrative in what we read and heard,
which is like my go-to black color in this game.
Like the National Security Council head Larijani or the Speaker of the Parliament Ghalibaf might be behind this is at this moment a bit slim. Rather, we are hearing
it kind of looks like a turtle in a way, but also a beetle.
And like we
either
saw,
way, I like it.
In my opinion, from the Iran-Iraq war that took 8 years.
I just don't understand. Iran.
All right. Without saving, no.
Something fundamentally true here, which is 1. You are not supposed to strike back at America or Israel.
Okay, let time pass.
2, the war is over.
Hardwick is partly recovered from the war. Very good. I take by random chance. Alcon Band of Brothers is available for recruitment. Ooh.
This is not how things are supposed to go.
The Oath.
Okay.
Expedition strength, crew speed, command cooldown, and 100% pass speed. 200 enemies inside the ship. Just want to live, fight, and die together. Temporarily double engine power and reduce move command. Oh shit. Plus 10 for combat victory, minus 10 for development of new technology, minus 10 from pillaging of city, minus 20 from the Empire being betrayed in an event, or the Empire betraying another event.
It's literally illegal. Okay?
Minus 1 per month.
We are condemning it.
Plus 10 from the combat victory. So they need to be in battle all the time. You know what? Screw it.
Iran, the great powers that are supposed
assign
to
a captain
here that abstained from voting at the UN General Assembly.
Let's assign them to the Shaman's arc.
You know, this is you know, self-defense is illegal.
Oh right, we also need to design a supply land ship.
It's very strange.
Which is basically, it's a little bit cheap.
Very strange. They must be tanking.
I'll show you guys.
There must be cheating.
Conflict into a war of attrition, and my sense is that is the IRGC and the regime's strategy. We're going to continue with this conflict.
Let's build a university here as well.
Time tell who would be the winner.
So
will give us reputation and plus 10 research, but costs 10 maintenance.
To show their strength, to show how strong they remain despite what has happened over the last 11 days or so.
Absolutely.
It'll be fascinating, won't it, to see American reaction to this. President Trump
Right, make a
will not like
save.
it. He will not like the
And let's
fact that
design
they
another
are
ship.
clearly not backing down. They're clearly not doing what he thinks they're doing.
Design a land ship. This just needs to be as cheap as possible.
Saying that they will target financial centers as well as military ones.
Which means we'll need to use worms.
Jane, another thing that stands out, we haven't seen Mujtaba Khamenei, we haven't even heard from him. And that begs
There's a specific design I always use. Wait, let me see if I can find it. Shempire obsolete. Nope.
Watching for one person, and I think we're going to hear his name, and that is Hussein Taeb. He was the head of IRGC intelligence. He is extremely close to Mujtaba Khamenei, and from what I'm hearing and reading, I can sense a lot of this high security intelligence rhetorics that very much are aligned again with the hardline factions.
Look at these old ass ships.
Jane, by the way, President Trump
Supply chain Mark 1, that's the one. Open that.
the past 24 hours, he said something interesting. He said, "We have taken out Iran's leader."
I'm ending the video now. Do you want to watch them when I'm done? They can premiere here on the channel. Ooh. We can have a look at one of them. They are like fully in Danish, so I need to like fully translate one of them, and they are also specifically about Denmark.
I think it's something to look for
are there any one of them about Naples which
And in terms of Mujtaba
which can be
Khamenei's,
easily translated to an international audience?
People have said, you know, they would have liked to have seen a video statement. They would like to see him speak.
Because if I recall correctly, most of them were very much like Danish politics centric, and I'm not knowledgeable enough to explain most of it. But I'm not against, you know, airing, you know, at least either way, I would be happy to show one of them. There's one about politics in Belgium. Let's take that one.
Some have said that he might be in a coma. Some say no, he's alive, but out of security.
When approx are they ready?
He's in hiding.
Do you reckon?
But, you know, Jane, a nuance here is
I'd love to premiere it, by the way. I think it'd be very cool.
Are quite staunch, and
don't know yet. All right. If it's if you're done with it before I stop streaming, because I'll stop streaming within like 2 max 3 hours.
They are in this fight until the end, but
then I'd love to premiere it.
For the longest time, wanted to move beyond this regime, and quite frankly, don't see the system no longer as a legitimized government. I think they are.
Let's look at this. Look at this ship, chat.
And I think with the
it's just a bunch of wheels and then the worms. Like this is purely to, what do you call it, hold like these cargo bays, and this is basically just a supply ship. I just move along with armies and stuff.
And implications for the global economy and indeed the economy here in Europe. But let's just kind of give you an update.
Made to be as cheap as possible.
Moments, big news events. 2 oil tankers set on fire just in the north of the Persian Gulf. One of them also further south, a container ship.
It has exactly enough wheels to carry the cargo base as well.
Outside of Dubai. The airports in Kuwait struck by drones, also airport attacks in Bahrain as well. And then also, perhaps even more concerning than everything else, just in the south of Oman, Salalah, an oil facility there attacked. Now, this is an area, as you can see, it's far outside.
Alright, we'll just save this one.
Of course, is the key issue here, not being able to get ships in and out of the Strait of Hormuz. And the new supreme leader of Iran
Let's make a new folder.
That will remain closed. And all of that together is
and we call it Switch
in the oil market. Part of which is why the International Energy Agency has staged this unprecedented intervention, pumping an extra
called Supply Chain Mark 1, just as the other one.
Of oil out into the market, or at least they plan
Save
to
design.
in the coming months. And
all
a
right.
lot of that, I mean, this is bigger. You can see that bigger than Ukraine.
And once this is done, we can create one of those. But first, we want to create the siege land ship we made.
About what's happening right now.
As Empire is no longer adjacent, your trade light chance become invalid. Oh shit.
172 million barrels coming from the US.
Not renders, they want a trade agreement.
Something interesting and perhaps concerning. If you look into the size of America's stockpiles, here's what you see, okay? So this is America's strategic petroleum reserve, and this is basically all of this oil that America has stashed away in various reservoirs around the US. And going back to the 1990s... So
yeah, you know what, we'll go with the
that was the point in the Gulf War where lots of oil was released from the US. Hurricane Katrina over there. You've got Libya in 2011. And the biggest of all of the releases of oil came in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. But here's what strikes
Season of Darkness. City Edict. Management rotation plus one devastation. Oh, that sucks.
Bro. I forgot.
Okay, these guys can go to the capital to replenish. So we're no longer chasing with.
This is what's happening. Fuck, I didn't even.
Awesome. Can we make trade with these guys? We send a delegation.
I didn't even realize, bro.
Nice. Your delegation was praised for their eloquence.
That's a straight shot, dude. That's a straight shot. Approximately 12,000
pirates
miles, dude, of open sea.
Repair these ships.
Also, one thing that you guys haven't considered is Iran has already
moved for moving
Australia
out of the way
off the map. Okay.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Yeah, the back
China
door was always open, and all of these other countries have been deleted. Iran did that shit, and now they're coming for Los Angeles.
Just look at where that line is now.
Can move cultists
with previous years. It is close to a historic low.
Joe Washington
missed the whole point of the message. No.
They are going on a tear.
It'd be like that. Never know defensive buildings. Building one will defend it and prevent unrest. Oh shit.
His explanations aren't honest.
Okay.
I'm all about engaging alternative media. I do it every day, but that doesn't mean I stand with them. Stand with views I find abhorrent.
Actually, let's design a building.
Stand with Plattner and join Parker Stream. Please look at the original tweet.
So we'll use rifles because they are a lot more accurate.
You could say you stand with me too.
For distance.
You know, the reason why these guys are obviously afraid of saying that, including Rokana, is because at the end of the day, they're worried I might say something in the future that will be associated with tweets like this. Whereas politicians, on the other hand, are, you know, much more careful and have much less room to
structural
to engage in discourse. I'm not a politician. I'm unapologetic about my beliefs. And no, this is not.
I want this to have low. What do you call it? I want this to not be too expensive to maintain.
It's very obvious that a lot of people are trying to actively turn me into like a figure worthy of vilification because they're worried about politicians coming here. They're worried about that. What? Why don't they do this? Build up speed, cool backflip, hit trampoline, cool backflip, nail the landing. I agree. Ottomans did do this in 1453. It's true. This is real. This is real and true.
Okay, we'll make this a lot one wider.
So that's all this is. It's because they're worried about the
By the way, video of the streamer Sonic got popped up in video. The link is here. The video is just don't watch it, but it's very interesting to see what his viewers write in the comments. He's pushing for him to become the Danish ass mold and do political debates. He says in the video that he don't think it's a good idea because he's a gaming streamer. He don't know anything, but his viewers really want him to contact the hard right political parties. He's the largest streamer in Denmark at this moment. Yikes. Well, hopefully they don't get it. Go into politics, at least not in a cringe way.
Communicate better about their ideas. To say,
alright, we want a cockpit should be enough. We don't need to do often commands for the ship.
We are no longer afraid to say that Israel must be. We are no longer afraid to say we are decoupling from Israel. Okay?
Let's build one thing of aerial charges.
This is
Actually,
not
let's
just
build
a battle
two.
between the Zionist factions within the party and those who are critical of Israel. This is also a battle between the anti-capitalist forces in the base versus the neoliberal corporate hegemony defenders in the base. They do not control the party's base of support anymore. They still, however, hold on to the grip of power within the party's infrastructure. They still hold on to the leadership. They still hold on to most of the caucuses. And that's precisely what they're desperately trying to avoid. Because if
no.
more and more politicians behave like
change
Zoran
that. Also make some
and
fire
openly
extinguishers.
communicate their feelings, openly lean into their popular mobilization, their base of support, openly lean into democracy and the democratic process, and say, we're done with this. Israel is doing incalculable harm to the world. We have to stop. We have to stop this unholy allegiance that we have. We have to stop the genocide. We have to stop the apartheid. And we have to actually lean into the democratic wishes of our majorities. Okay? And the same goes for domestic policy as well when it comes to healthcare, for example. The same goes for domestic policy when it comes to not spending all of the wealth that we are creating here, all of our productive output on weapons of war, but instead on ourselves, focusing our productive output on developing this country, developing our infrastructure.
Can we build something else structural?
In educational initiatives.
Because I thought there was like some sort of like
instead of
thing you would put at the bottom.
Okay.
As in clips of Starbucks is supposed to be very normal coded with a lot of code sex and politics. I don't think this person is that bad, but his views are it's so insult coded. This is the wild shit about women, Muslims, LGBT people in this chat. If you're, I really fear they will lean in so become Danish ass mode. I mean, it's inevitable. It's inevitable at some point.
Terrified of that.
I think.
Okay. What they do not understand is that I am but a mere
okay. Let's put the barracks here instead.
And this animosity and this anger. Okay. That's all I am. I'm a megaphone. You take me out of the equation, there is going to be 1,000 other people like me to take my place, and they're already out there.
W.
That's what these people don't comprehend.
Let's build another aerial charge thingy here.
The reason why I'm popular is not because I've been able to single-handedly, hypnotize the democratic base. Many of these people
there you go.
Share the same
so the aerial charges in case enemies go above this building, and if they don't, then no worries.
I've never even encountered someone like myself.
This entire thing
you think the Barbras and the Deborahs in the countryside
secure.
That are also just as mad at the Democratic Party's incompetence and the National Party's complacency are angry because they encountered YouTube videos or thirst traps of mine? No, of course not. They see it on their own. They see it individually. Some of them actually do cut through the fuck Hassan propaganda and come here and realize, okay, well, this guy's actually speaking a lot of shit that I've been believing.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's the real issue.
Wide.
And the hyper focus from the consultant class in the commentariat and in the centrist flank of the neoliberal Democratic Party think
let's give it some flags as well.
Eradicating someone like myself or the influence that I have to demand my deplatforming or to demand that Democrats don't go on my stream or something are going to do away with the resentment. Okay? You're not solving the problem at all. All you're doing is leaning into apathy. You're leaning into and creating more and more medium flag. Apathy. That's all you're doing when you do that.
And a large flag. There we go.
That's what people don't understand. They think, weirdly enough,
also some heraldry.
I have this singular power. I do not. I do not have the capacity to hypnotize people. Okay? I do not
you really think about how students sometimes gain huge communities, but also have absolutely no knowledge about policy and how to cultivate a healthy community. I genuinely believe that he's not really a horrible guy. He's just very stupid, so he just not push back on his community. It will get very dangerous if he leans into it. We have seen so many international cases where that happened. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think most likely if he does not, like, this is the issue with like Western society in that because people are intentionally not really taught properly about politics, so they cannot really question the way our society is built, like on, you know, on exploiting the global south and all that stuff. And, you know, that means that people like that, like people will just like not be knowledgeable about things and will lead to them having co-work ticks.
Or lean into it.